Good afternoon, everybody. Pigskin Pete here. Happy college football rivalry Saturday. I couldn't be more excited. I love this. Is the best week in sports, in my opinion. Definitely in football. It's better than Super Bowl Sunday. It's better than the World Series. It's better than the NHL Stanley Cup. It's the best day in football. I mean, the only thing you could think is better is if your team is actually playing for a national championship. That's a pretty good day too. But across the whole land of college football, every single game, doesn't matter if it's a good team versus a bad team, they're all interesting, and I'd watch every single one of them if I could, but I can't. There's a bunch of good games on here at noon as well. So whoever's in the stream here, I'm going to need your help to keep me updated with some scores while we're going over this, while we're watching this game here. I think this is going to be a good game. I know a lot of people think that Michigan's going to roll right over Ohio State. I'm not so sure about that. I do have, let's see, somebody asked me last night, so I wrote it down so I would not be wrong. Thank you, SEC Football Tube, for the super chat, sir. I really appreciate that. Hold on, I'll go back up and see what you said before I forget about it, because I will. He says, good morning. Well, good afternoon. Good morning, good afternoon, whatever. Somebody asked me last night to pick a score prediction for this game here. So I'm going to say, I said 32-28 Michigan. I'm going to stick by that. Yeah, I can't be a flip-flopper, can I? So I'm going to stick with that. The final answer. As far as the over-under is 53. Well, what's 32 plus 28? It's more than 53, isn't it? So I'm going to go over the over and under. Let's see who's in here. Get some shout-outs here before this game starts. Oh, man, this YouTube app is really starting to piss me off. Oh, Lord. Anyway, Clemson Tigers 16. Good afternoon to you, sir. Hound Dog. SEC Football Tube. Notre Dame Nation. Good afternoon to you, sir. Clemson Carson, the Crow and Cock says game. Big Boy says go Michigan. So we got some Michigan guys in here. Like to see if some Ohio State fans show up. I think I scared all of them away in the offseason. I haven't seen much of them. Used to have one in here, B Spooky. I haven't seen him in here in a while. Hope he's doing okay. Austin Jensen. Good afternoon to you, sir. Comic Dude 45. Good afternoon. I'm sure if you're here, you're amazing and fantastic, but I know you are. It's Money. Says he has a bad feeling his blood pressure will be on healthy levels today. Yeah. Okay. I think that's everybody. Glow. Good afternoon to you. I think that's everybody. Marco Polo. Clemson Football says, say go Tigers, and I will subscribe to you. Go Tigers. I don't know if you're talking to me or somebody else, but yeah, that's something I say every day anyway. Charger Bolt. Good afternoon to you, sir. I don't believe I've seen you in here, unless you're a new subscriber or a name change. All right. I think I've got through. Chip Smith, Melon Matt, Nick Bro in the house. Eric Birch says, Pete. What's up, Eric? All right, Richard Neal. Yeah, everybody hit the like button. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button. I do these college football live streams every single weekend during the college football season. I also upload meaningless and pointless college football videos all week long, all year long, even outside of football season. So if you're a fan of football, NFL, college, hell, if you're a fan of soccer and you just want to pretend like that's football, that's fine too. Subscribe for that reason. Doesn't matter. We have a lot of fun on here. All right, so it looks like Ohio State's going to kick the ball off. Michigan's going to receive first. So here we go, folks. He's going to receive the ball around the 10-yard line. And he's going to return it, break a couple of tackles. He gets up, it looks like around the 20. So let's see if, listen, everybody knows the biggest problem with Ohio State this year has been their defense. Their defense has been a massive letdown. Obviously, they lost one of the best players in the country, if not the best player, if not the best defensive player in the country, and Nick Bosa. That hurt them, but they've also had some major linebacker issues. And the reason that Ohio State is still 10-1, they've got by the skin of their teeth a few games, but it's all because of their offense. Their offense is really good. It's just their defense that's not any good. So let's see how the defense holds up here. Oh, that is be spooky. All right. So Michigan's going to pick up about 7 yards on the play. I didn't even see if that was a run or a pass. I was looking at the comment section here. I apologize. Anyway, so it's going to be 2nd down and 2. So I see it's money. You are be spooky. Nice. Good to know that. Anytime you guys make a name change, let me know who you are, because all these name changes, man, it gets confusing sometimes. If you're a regular commenter in here, I'd appreciate it if you'd let me know when you change your name. Anyway, 2nd down and 2 on the 32-yard line. Patterson, he's going to be sacked for a big loss, about a 5 or 6 yard loss there. Happy holidays to you too, Eric. How can you have so much talent on Ohio State and have such trash defense showings? That's a good question, sir. They do have a lot of talent. There's really no excuse for it, to be honest. I mean, they have had some injuries, but again, I mean, they're just they're not anywhere close to playing to the level that they should throughout the year. Anyway, 3rd down and 9 for Michigan from the 25-yard line. Patterson rolls out to his right, throws it. It's going to be complete. I don't know if they're going to call that complete. They're saying incomplete. They're saying he was out of bounds. So it's going to be 4th down. So, Ohio State with their first defensive 3 and out of the football game. That's big for them. Build their confidence a little bit. How am I ahead? I don't know. That's a good question. I should be behind on your computer or phone or whatever you're watching me on, because there's a delay on YouTube. All right, so the punt is up. And Ohio State receives it around the 20-yard line. He's going to run it back. He's got some blockers. He moves across the 30, the 40, up to the 45-yard lines, out of bounds. So a good return by Ohio State. They'll start off with some pretty good field position here for Dwayne Haskins and this Ohio State offense. See what they can do here. That's a good point, a Pac Fan 12. And by the way, good afternoon, Pac Fan 12. Yeah, some people, they time it up. They'll pause their TV for however many seconds it takes to catch up to the reaction on the YouTube, so that it syncs up with what I'm saying. If you want to do that, great. It does kind of help a little bit. But 1st and 10, and Haskins is going to keep the ball, and he's going to pick up about 9 yards. So it's going to be 2nd down and 1. He's a big guy. He looks like a running back when he runs the ball. Big dude. So here we go, 2nd and 1. And going to hand it off to the running back, who's going to get the 1st down. You know what? If it weren't for Dwayne Haskins has really kind of flown under the radar this year. I mean, I know he's got his name in there as consideration for Heisman because of his stats. But listen, if it weren't for him, I mean, Ohio State could easily have 4 losses right now. He's really been the X factor for them. He's won them a lot of those games. 1st and 10. Haskins, a pass over the middle, complete. Across the 40, across the 30, just inside the 30-yard line. 1st and 10, Ohio State. Big play. Yeah, Haskins, well, no, he's not as mobile as Kyler Murray. I don't think anybody is. I mean, Kyler Murray is the most mobile running threat in the country, I think, at quarterback. Anyway, 1st and 10 here, right at the 30-yard line. Just flag before the snap. I think it's going to be a false start, my guess. Yeah, false start on Ohio State. So now it's going to be 1st and 15. Georgia over Georgia Tech, 7-0. All right, thank you. Yeah, keep the score updates coming here. There's Florida's playing Florida State right now, right? Boston College is playing Syracuse, right? Georgia Tech. I think there's one more. 1st and 15. Haskins is going to be complete. Inside the 25-yard line. They can't bring him down. Anyway, they got him right around the 24. So he picked up about 11 yards on that play, so it's going to be 2nd down and 4 inside the 25-yard line for Ohio State. Who's Mrs. Peete pulling for? Well, Mrs. Peete does not like Ohio State. So I think she wants Michigan to win. 2nd and 4. And it's going to be an incomplete pass to a wide-open receiver in the flat. I don't know what happened there. Just a miscommunication, bad pass. Anyway, it's going to be 3rd and 4 here. Sorry, here we go. 3rd and 4 from the 26 or 24-yard line, sorry. Haskins back to pass. Complete over the middle for a 1st down and more. Inside the 10, inside the 5. Touchdown, Ohio State. So the first points of the game scored by the Buckeyes. Michigan goes 3 and out. Ohio State gets the ball with good field position, drives 55 yards down the field in about 7 plays, and gets a touchdown. So Michigan's favored by 4.5 in Vegas in this game. Well, they just made it at 11.5 spread. If they're going to cover, which I wouldn't have picked them to cover. Did I pick them to cover? Let's see. I'm not sure I did that one. All right. Hopefully I have better internet luck than I had last night when I was doing that the West Virginia and Oklahoma game. I was having major problems. I mean, I didn't hear anybody saying on your end that it was, cutting out or skipping or anything, but on my end it kept telling me I was offline. And I don't know if that's just a glitch with YouTube or what, but it really annoys me when that happens. All right, here we go. Hound Dog says, I really can't relate to the Big Ten fans because I didn't grow up around rivalries like Ohio State versus Michigan. This game means nothing to me other than my pick. Hound Dog, you're a Tennessee fan, right? I mean, I realize that Vanderbilt's not exactly a world beater or anything, but I mean, it's still a rivalry. I mean, you don't care about that much? I could tell you, I have respect for the Iron Bowl. You know, a lot of these schools, Ohio State, Michigan, that's a huge one. USC, Notre Dame, that's a huge one. The Iron Bowl is a huge one. Florida State is a huge one. There's lots of really, really great rivalries. But I'm telling you, growing up in the state of South Carolina, it might not mean anything out of the state of South Carolina. The rest of the country could care less probably about Clemson versus South Carolina. I'm talking about even when Clemson's not a national powerhouse. But it's always a big deal in South Carolina. It's a year-long thing. It's not just this week. These two teams hate each other. The fan bases hate each other. It's a real rivalry with real hate involved. I can promise you that. Mostly pay attention to the SEC. I got you. Yeah, Comic Dude 45. That is weird that they don't have a regular season rivalry match. There's a few teams that are like that. I feel sorry for them. I mean, teams like Miami, I mean, they play in Pitt today. That's not a rivalry, folks. Come on. And Miami's, has enough history to where they should have a real rival. Now, I realize there's only 3 major programs in Florida, and Florida State play today, so that leaves Miami as sort of the third wheel. But they should have somebody else. There should be somebody. All right, so they're going to kick it off. Michigan's going to receive it. He's going to return it to about the 35-yard line. So 11 minutes and 22 seconds left. Let's see if Michigan can answer this score that Ohio State put up on their first drive there. What's up, Thomas Nolte? I'm doing great, sir. I can't wait for the game tonight. Go Tigers. LTK Quest. I'm just going to call you LTK. Says, come on, give me something to post on Facebook. Hey, hit the share button. Share this stream right here on Facebook. I'd appreciate it. All right, 1st and 10, Michigan. He's going to hand the ball off, and he's only going to pick up about 2 yards. So far, and of course we've only seen that will be Michigan's 4th offensive play of the game, but so far we've seen Ohio State's defense doing their job. What is the Red River? Yeah, I don't know. Second down and 7 from the 37-yard line. Patterson's going to hand the ball off again for another no gain, or maybe he might have picked up a yard there. Nonetheless, not very good. It's going to be 3rd and 6. So this is a big 3rd down here for Michigan, I think. To start the game with 2 3-and-outs would be a bit disappointing, I think. On the road at Ohio State, I mean, you're going to have to make something happen here just to get your confidence up. Get your quarterback comfortable with some short passes. I mean, I realize running the ball is what Michigan likes to do to open up the pass, but at some point you've got to get this Shea Patterson, get him comfortable in this game. Just give him some little short passes. Just get his confidence up a little bit. Young Nuda. No, I can't show it. I'm sorry. I apologize. It's a copyright infringement. YouTube will take my channel down in a heartbeat if I show it. So I wish I could, but instead you're just going to have to listen to me tell you what's going on. Sorry, buddy. Gregory Castillo says, I need all Florida schools to play each other. I mean, they kind of do. I mean, well, so Florida State and Miami play. So Miami and Florida don't play. That's the only one that doesn't happen, because Florida plays Florida State, but not Miami. Miami plays both of them. That's weird. I don't understand that. I did hear Alonzo, who's a Miami YouTuber. Anybody who doesn't know who he is, go check him out. But I did hear him ragging on Florida fans one day. According to him, he's saying that Florida is the one that won't that refuses to play Miami, not the other way around. I don't know anything about it. I know if y'all played any defense at all, I would not say that. Says Clemson Tigers 16. Fine Findley Hume. Good afternoon to you. Says let's go Ohio. So we got a couple of Ohio State people in here. Got a few Michigan people in here. Haven't seen Mark Dudley, who's my resident Michigan moderator. Yeah, listen, Iowa State plays a decent defense by Big 12 standards. I don't know if I'd put them on the level of some of the other great defenses in the country, though. Yeah, I think Notre Dame's going to put it all over Southern Cal today. Now, first of all, that would be funny if Notre Dame lost that game. They have no business losing that game to well, what is Southern Cal's record? What are they, 5-6? I mean, they're playing for a bowl game, I think. Ugh. All right, so here we go. Game's back on now. Big time 3rd down for Michigan. 3rd and 6. 10 minutes and 10 seconds left in this first quarter here. Michigan really needs a first down just to show that they're showed up today. Patterson back to pass. He's flushed out of the pocket. It's going to step up, throw it complete over the middle for a first down and more across the 50-yard line. So Michigan with a critical first down there, and they are in Ohio State territory. 1st and 10, Wolverines. What's up, Matt Champion? He says, what's up, Pete? Great show. Roll Tide. Thank you, sir. 1st and 10. And they're going to run it up the middle for about a 3-yard gain there. Yeah, I heard that Mike Ditka had a heart attack. They said a mild heart attack. I hope sounds like he's going to be okay. But yeah, I did hear about that. All right, so here we go. 2nd and 7 from the 48-yard line of Ohio State. Michigan's got the ball. They're going to hand it off, run up the middle again. He's going to pick up about 2 yards there. So far, Ohio State's looking very good against the run. So it's going to be 3rd and 4. What do you do on 3rd and 4 if you're Michigan at this point in the field? I don't know. They haven't been able to pick up more than 2 or 3 yards on any given run today, so I'd be surprised if they ran it. I'm expecting a pass here of some sort. Oh, he's going to run it, and a first down and more. He picks up about 8 yards on the carry, maybe more than that, maybe 10 yards. 1st and 10, Michigan. A player has a helmet cam on which game? All right. So from the 29-yard line, 1st and 10, Michigan. 8 minutes left in the first quarter here. 7-0 Ohio State. And he's going to hand it off. His running back's going to run around to the right and pick up about 3. And we got a little pushing and shoving on the sideline. No flag, though. Good. I hate when they throw flags when guys talk trash to each other. Just let them play, especially in a game like this. 2nd and 7. What's up, Landon Gask? Hi, Pete. This is my first time watching, but I have watched my bro watch you. Okay, what's up, Landon? Welcome. 2nd and 7. And he's going to be taken down at the line of scrimmage for a no gain. It'll be 3rd and 7. So this is a big 3rd down. They are in field goal range, though. Patterson's going to get the ball, roll out to the left, and it's going to be complete, but short of the first down. He's going to be out of bounds about 2 yards shy of the first down marker there. I'd go for it. If I was Michigan, I'd go for it. You're on the road. I mean, the worst that happens is you don't convert, but you still don't give Ohio State great field position. All right, they're going to kick a field goal here. I'd go for it, but let's see. The reason I go for it is because this is not a gimme field goal. But he makes it. So it's going to be 7-3 Michigan. Yeah, that he does have a leg. That would have been good from about 50. Yeah, I would have gone for it too. Okay, so Glow and Landon are brothers. I got you. No, I can't show the game, Finlay. I wish I could, sir, but I can't. It's a copyright infringement. YouTube will take my channel down in a heartbeat. So you have to just listen to me instead. Or you can send up smoke signals. Watch it that way, I guess. Something tells me I will not be having to change the score as much as I did last night for the West Virginia-Oklahoma game. I was changing the score literally like every 2 seconds. It was starting to get a little bit annoying. Anyway. Yeah. I said 7-3 Michigan, not 7-3 OSU. Okay, sorry. I just misspoke there. Don't listen to what I say because half of what I say is wrong. But the score is correct on the screen, so that's the most important thing. So Boston College is beating Syracuse 7-0. Yeah, basketball score, yeah. Listen, if you're an Oklahoma fan, you want Michigan to lose right now. Actually, I guess it doesn't really matter, but you kind of do. You kind of want Michigan to lose because I think that Michigan, first of all, if Michigan wins out, they're in. They're in the playoff, no doubt. I guess Ohio State still could be, but they're ranked way, way lower. There's two teams that, if you're an Oklahoma fan, that you want to lose, or three. Clemson would be one of them, Notre Dame, or Michigan. Those would be the three teams you want to lose. But having said that, if Oklahoma gets in the playoff, I'm not sure that they can. Well, I'm pretty sure they can't beat Clemson or Alabama. I don't know. They might be able to beat Notre Dame, but maybe Michigan too. I don't know. They just got no defense. It's hard to win in the postseason like that with a defense as bad as theirs. Georgia Tech is getting stomped. Oh, that's not a surprise. I mean, I'll tell you what, I was looking on my Twitter feed this morning before I came on the stream here, and I haven't seen a Georgia Tech fan. I mean, they come out one time a year. It's always for this game. I mean, they were all over Twitter. I mean, guaranteeing wins. I mean, you would have thought they were Alabama or something. Unbelievable. And then that's it. They'll get their brains bashed in by Georgia today, and then you won't hear from them for another 11 months. What's up, Uncle Luke? How you doing? All right, so Ohio State's ball. They got the ball at the 25-yard line, 1st and 10. What's up, Marcus Cameron? Good afternoon to you. And they're going to call that incomplete. It looked like a fumble for a second there. There's a flag on the play. And the penalty is going to be against Ohio State for a holding. Boom Chicken fan where? There's a bunch of them in here. College Football Maniac, he's a moderator. He's a Boom Chicken fan. The rest of them come in here and don't say a whole lot. So 1st and 20. And they're going to run the ball and only pick up about 5. Maybe 2nd and long here. Yeah, so 2nd and 16. Haskins back to pass. Throws it deep over the middle. And he way overthrew that receiver. I don't know what that was. Anyway, so it's going to be 3rd and long. 3rd and 16 here. 5 minutes and 47 seconds left in the quarter. That's what I was just thinking. Where's that daunting Michigan pass rush? Because, I mean, Haskins was standing back there all day, wasn't he? See what they do on 3rd and 16. Haskins back to pass. Steps up in the pocket. Now he's going to roll out to the left and throw it. It bounced off the Michigan player's helmet and was almost intercepted. Anyway, so it's going to be 4th and 16, an obvious punting situation here. That was almost intercepted. Landon says he thinks that Alabama's going to win this week. Yeah, you and everybody else. I mean, I don't think that game will be close. Alabama's going to beat the crap out of Auburn. And so he's going to call a fair catch. Michigan's going to take over at the 35, at their own 35. Michigan's quarterback is from Ohio. I don't know where Shea Patterson's from. That's a good question. Does anybody know that? I want to say he might be from Texas or something. Somebody let us know that. He's a transfer from Ole Miss, but I'm not sure where he played high school football. He is. He's from Toledo. Okay. What's up, big boy? So he is from Ohio. A 100-yard kick return from Georgia Tech. What's up, Blacklist? So what's the score? What's the score of that game now? Renee Arias. Hey, good afternoon, Renee. Welcome to the stream. I'm sure if you're here, you're amazing. Says, I'm an Auburn fan, but I think our defense will put up a fight. We're going to lose, but we will put up a fight. Our D-line is way better than O-line. Jarrett Stidham pisses me off. Well, I agree with everything you just said, Renee. Your front four, your defensive line is one of the best in college football. I mean, the defense as a whole is definitely your strength. Auburn's offense just completely went missing this year. It was just a bit of a – I mean, nobody really knows what happened. I mean, even going into, let's say, week 2 and week 3 of this season, because I did a lot of Auburn. I did several Auburn games early in the season. I did play-by-play and reaction videos for, and they just sort of their offense just never came around, and they seemed almost to get worse as the season went on. And I don't know. I don't think that Jarrett Stidham is the right fit of a quarterback. He's a pocket passing pro style quarterback, and that's not what Gus Malzahn's offense revolves around. He needs more of a dual threat guy, more of a run heavy quarterback who can pass the ball. That's why I think that Kelly Bryant from Clemson is going to go there, and I think he'll be a good fit in that system. But we'll see. Go 1330 says, hey, Pete, if Michigan wins, are you going to take it easy on Harbaugh? Since I've been a subscriber, you've been pretty tough on him. Yeah, I've already let up on him a little bit, but he's still got to show me that he can win the Big Ten. If he wins the Big Ten this year, which he'll need to win today and then beat Northwestern next week, then I'll let up on him a little bit. Stidham to the Patriots? I doubt it. I don't think that Stidham is that great of a quarterback. I mean, he will get drafted in the NFL, but I don't know how good he's going to be. Let's see, 2nd and 9. Gregory, are you a Patriots fan? Because if you're a Patriots fan, I don't know if I'd want Stidham, honestly. If I was a Patriots fan, I'd have my eye on a couple of different guys in a couple of years down the road. Tua or Trevor Lawrence. I think those are going to be two guys that are taken probably in their respective drafts first quarterback taken overall when they come out. So Tua will be next year, and then Lawrence will be the year after that. Marco Polo says Trevor Lawrence is amazing as he destroys South Carolina. Yeah. I mean, I don't think that Trevor Lawrence is going to have any kind of big game tonight. I think we're going to just beat the hell out of him on the ground. I mean, South Carolina cannot stop the run, and I think we're just going to just pound it down their throats. Etienne and Feaster and Choice will probably have big games tonight. But 2nd down and 9. 5 minutes left in the first quarter. And Patterson's going to throw a pass to the right. It's going to be complete, and he's going to run close to the first down marker. Let's see where they spot it. Well, Marco Polo, you do have a good point there. They're doing better. I've eased up a little bit on the offensive coordinators. I did not like what they were doing at the beginning of the season, but they've been okay here in the last 3 or 4 weeks. So I've eased up on them a little bit. And there's a reason they're getting paid millions of dollars, and I'm sitting here talking to you. So, all right. So 3rd and 1. Big time 3rd down conversion here. This will be a big stop for Ohio State if they can get it. But nope, I'm going to run it up the middle for a 1st down. He's only picking up about 2 yards there. 1st and 10, Michigan. Trevor Lawrence, a.k.a. Thor, a.k.a. Slim Reaper, a.k.a. Sunshine. My wife calls him Football Fabio. For anybody who knows who Fabio is, you might have to be older than 20 to know that. 1st and 10. Patterson back to pass. He's going to throw it deep and way off. There's a flag on the play. It looks like this is going to go against Ohio State pass interference. Clemson ain't played nobody? Yeah. That's fine. That's fine with me. They've destroyed nobody, too, all season long. Carolina Jackpot said their mascot isn't a chicken, it's a rooster. Yeah, come on, sir. I saw that he said that. Somebody tell that joker that a rooster is just a male chicken. All right, so it's going to be 1st and 10, Michigan from the 42. We're going to run it up the middle for about 7 or 8, let's say 8 yards there. It's going to be 2nd and 2. Yeah, that's going to be a never-ending argument, Renee. I'm sorry to say. It just depends on what state, which part of the country you live in, I guess. 2nd down and 2. And it's going to be taken down for a big loss. About a 6 or 7 yard loss there. So it's going to be 3rd and I think about 10. I think you've lost about 8 yards on that play. Yeah, I mean, if you're from the Midwest, you're going to say Ohio State, Michigan's bigger. If you're from the South, you're going to say that Alabama, Auburn's bigger. So, just it is what it is. 3rd and 7. And it's going to be a complete pass. Let's see where they spot this ball. He's very, very close to the 1st down. I think he might have got it. Yeah, he did. So big-time 3rd down conversion there by Michigan. That was close. But they gave him a pretty generous spot of the ball there. From the 27, Patterson going to hand the ball off. No, he's going to keep it. Hell, the camera even followed the running back. He sold that one pretty good, didn't he? So he picked up 8 on the fake handoff there. Gonna be 2nd down and 2. Look at that. The entire defense bid on that. Even the camera guy did. Yeah, he's deceptively fast. That's really his biggest strength. I mean, he is a good passer, but his biggest strength is when he gets outside of the pocket and starts to run. And they're going to hand it off for a couple of yards. Let's see where they spot it. Close to the 1st down marker there. What's up, Michael Lynch? How you doing, sir? Good afternoon. So it's going to be 1st down. Patterson's going to roll out to the right. He's looking downfield. He's going to check it down and complete pass, but he just barely got back to the line of scrimmage there. What's up, Eric Lackey? He says, hey, Pigskin and Pete, how you been doing, man? I've been doing great. I couldn't be better. It's rivalry college football Saturday, and so I'm super stoked about all the games today, including my Tigers tonight. Who have Clemson played? I don't know. Nobody. They haven't played nobody, man. I couldn't give you an answer for that. 2nd down and 9. In the red zone. Patterson's going to hand the ball off for about a 2-yard pickup on the run there. And that'll be the end of the 1st quarter, folks. But it's going to be 3rd down at the start of the 2nd quarter here. The damn strap on my watch just broke. Damn it. I had this watch for about 10 years, wore it every single day. And now it looks like it's going to be time for a new watch. Anyway, let me change the here's the quarter before I forget. All right. So far a pretty good game. I mean, talk about polar opposite game of last night. Last night we were seeing touchdowns every 2 seconds. And we're actually seeing some people actually play some defense today. Big shocker, huh? Big. That's the difference between the Big 12 and the Big 10 there. But anyway. Anybody need a beer? My beer fridge is right here. Eric, you need one? Gregory, Marco, Landon? Only if you're over 21, of course. Anybody need one? Here you go. Take a sip. There you go. Mountain Dew. I have a rule. There's no soda or water allowed in my beer fridge. It's strictly for beer. The kids try to put soda in there. I don't let them do it. There we go. Thank you. You need like 2 stone cold. I've got that refrigerator over there set to, you know when you find the perfect setting on the beer fridge where it's like literally almost frozen, but it's not frozen? That's where I've got it set. I mean, there's no ice in it, but like a half of a degree different, it would be frozen. Urban spider brain cyst is going to explode. Oh, you're at work, Eric? Yeah, that does suck. I would not want to have to work on Saturdays during college football season. That would be very depressing. Falcons Fury told you to give me a ham sandwich. Yeah, tell Falcons Fury I'll be making myself a ham sandwich as soon as this game's over. He'll be happy to hear that. Actually, it's probably a turkey sandwich. Still got some turkey left over. Your kids always put the beers in the bottom drawers because the juice boxes are more important. That's why you got to do like me, man. Just get your own fridge just for beer and put it in another room. That's my fridge. All right, here we go. Beginning of the second quarter. It's going to be third down. Patterson's going to roll to the right. And he's going to become – oh! That was a touchdown to the tight end, but he just dropped it. And that's on him, man. That was a perfect pass. So it's going to be 4th and 6 now. You can't give a better pass than that. He just dropped it. Look at that. Oh, he would love to have that one back. That's just, yeah. He just dropped it. So a 31-yard field goal attempt, and it's going to be up, and it's going to be good. So we now have 2 consecutive field goals by Michigan's offense. That should have been a touchdown there. I'm telling you, if you go on to lose the game, those are the type of things you go back and look at and say, you know, if he had only held on to that ball, we might have won. That's just unfortunate for if you're a Michigan fan. That was a touchdown all day. And so the Georgia Tech score is what, 21-7 now? But despite the fact that Michigan had to settle for a field goal there, we still have a 1-point game here, so it's a good game. And let's see what Dwayne Haskins and this Ohio State offense can do. The ACC is terrible this year, Pete. Yes, I agree. They are. Can you say something mean to an Oklahoma fan? Sure. Yeah. I don't care. Am I going to watch Alabama and Auburn? Yes, I am. That game's at 3:30, right? As soon as this game's over, I'll watch that one. I won't be calling it online or anything, but I'll watch it. So here we go. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line, Ohio State. Dwayne Haskins get back to pass. It's going to be complete. And I'm not even sure he got a yard there. I think he just got back to the line of scrimmage. They're going to say he got a yard, so 2nd down and 9. I agree. I picked A&M to beat LSU. And Haskins going to hand the ball off. It's going to be a run around to the right, close to a 1st down. And there's a flag on the play. That might be a personal foul against Bush. I think he might have hit him late out of bounds or something. Oh, they might call that targeting. Yeah, they're going to say it was a late hit out of bounds, but that easily could have been called targeting. So he's lucky. He's lucky that it was just a personal foul, not a targeting, because he could have easily been thrown out of this game, and that's their best defensive player. Anyway, still a big penalty, 15-yard penalty there. Oh, they said there was no penalty. Hell. So it's 3rd and 16. Haskins back to pass. Incomplete. No targeting. I don't know what they called the penalty against Ohio State. That was weird. Anyway, so the Buckeyes are going to have to punt here. Georgia Tech's offense is boring to watch. Yeah, we used to joke and say that they had a high school offense, but no, actually high schools actually throw the ball a lot now, a lot like college does. They have a middle school offense or a Pop Warner offense. You know, whenever the kid is like weighs like 30 pounds and he literally can't throw the ball 10 yards or 5 yards, so they just run on every single play. That's Georgia Tech's offense. It's the same thing I played when I was 8 years old. That's the same style of offense I played in Pee Wee football when I was 8. So now we're going to have another penalty against Ohio State. And go out of bounds right at the 50. So bad series of events there for Ohio State. Michigan now is going to take over the ball at midfield. Gives them great field position. How old are you, Pete? I'm 38. I think. Yeah, 38. You stop counting after 30. Have I ever met someone from the state of Ohio that wasn't a total jackass? Yes. Actually, one of my best friends is an Ohio State graduate. He's from Ohio, and he lives in Columbus right now. He lived here for a couple of years, moved back to Columbus. So, yes. I don't look at, everybody tells me that. Everybody tells me I don't look my age. So, thank you, I guess. I feel a lot older than I am. I feel 80. I look younger than I am. I feel older than I am. So, it's a cursing and a bless, I guess. Cursing and a blessing. Curse and a blessing. I don't even know what the hell I'm talking about. Try Coors Light. I do drink a lot of Coors Light. I just get whatever's on sale, man. Honestly, I'm not like a beer snob. Like Mrs. Peete went to the grocery store yesterday. I just told her to get me some beer. She knows the drill. And she came back with Bud Light because it was like on some kind of Thanksgiving sale thing. I also drink a lot of Keystone Light. Have the sunglasses ever come off? Yes, they have lots of times. I've done several videos without sunglasses. So. Who do I think that would win between Alabama and Clemson? I actually think that Clemson's a more complete team than Alabama right now. So, I mean, if you're talking about who would win, I think even in Vegas they would have it less than a touchdown favorite for Alabama probably. So, I think it would be a close game and go either way. Have I ever tried Twisted Tea? Yes, I have. How is Florida ranked number 11? Good question. I don't have. They're way overrated. All right, so it's 1st and 10 from the 50-yard line. What am I smoking that Clemson's more complete? Well, all you have to look is at every offensive stat and every defensive stat individually, and they are more complete. I mean, they just are. Sorry. This year they are. Second down and 17. Patterson's going to hand the ball off, run up the middle for only about 2 or 3, maybe 3 yards there. Jared Garantano is far better than Tua. Yeah, I don't know about that. Hey, somebody asked me what I thought, and I told them. So, yeah, I'm not smoking anything. 3rd and 13 from the 47. Patterson back to pass. Throws it over the middle. It can be complete, short of the first down. About 2 yards short there. Florida's beating Florida State 10-0. That's not a shocker. Florida State's got to be. I mean, they've got to be one of the 3 worst teams in America. I mean, they're awful. Yeah, I gotta give some credit to Ohio State's defense. They're playing pretty well today. There's something to be said for these teams. Like, I think a lot of people think that Michigan's a better team this year than Ohio State. Doesn't mean they're going to beat Ohio State, though. The same way that Virginia Tech, right? How many times did they beat Virginia in a row in that in-state rivalry? Like 14 years in a row or something? It's been a long time. And so everyone's finally thinking, including myself, Virginia is finally going to beat Virginia Tech because Virginia had a really good year this year. Hell, I mean, they were like the 3rd best team in the ACC, which is not saying much because the ACC was just bad this year. But still, Virginia Tech was even worse. And then Virginia loses again. So there's just something about that mental block when you haven't beat a team in so long. You know, it's just hard to do it, especially on the road. And that game was in Virginia Tech, and this game's in Ohio State. It's just it's a mental hurdle for the players and the coaches to get over. Do I know that Kyler Murray has better stats than Tua? Yes, I actually do. He has a higher completion percentage, more touchdowns. Kyler Murray's done something that no quarterback has ever done. He averages over 300 yards passing a game and over 65 yards rushing per game. That's never been done in college football before. But, I mean, there's a lot of reasons. An Alabama fan will tell you, well, the reason is because Tua hasn't played any fourth quarters. So he could have had more inflated stats, which is probably true. So, I mean, they're 2 completely different types of quarterbacks and 2 different, very different conferences as far as the defenses are concerned. So, I don't know. Kyler Murray is a problem to deal with for any defense. That's a fact. All right, here we go. 4th and 2, they're going to go for it. And it's a false start by Michigan. Mental mistake. So that's going to more than likely ruin the chances of them going for it on fourth down here. And I think they're going to have to bring the punt team out now. And the punt is up. And it's going to be a touchback. So Ohio State, with a big defensive stand there, is going to take over at their own 25-yard line. Yeah, Glow, chill with the spamming, please. Seahawks versus Panthers. Yeah, this week, tomorrow. I'm looking forward to that. I don't know how much I'm looking forward to it. Panthers have been disappointing, to say the least, the past couple of weeks. So first down, and Hassan's going to throw it down the field, incomplete. That would have been a big play there if he had. He just overthrew him. He was open. He might have taken that to the house if he'd hit him on the money with the ball. He had 2 steps on the closest defender there. Just overthrew him. Wide open. That was 6 points right there. 2nd and 10. Haskins is going to keep the ball, and he's going to get all the way up close to the first down marker. We'll see where they mark it. If he didn't make it, he's only about a foot short. So it's going to be a yard short. 3rd and 1. Haskins is going to throw it to the tight end, complete for a first down and more. Picked up about 7 yards on the play there. So first down, Buckeyes. I'm going to hand the ball off, and he's going to be taken out of bounds right around the line of scrimmage there. No gain. I see somebody saying Michigan's defense is very undersized. Yeah. I don't know. They're really good, though. That's for sure. 2nd and 11. Haskins is back to pass. Complete for a first down. Oh, the ref is going to say he's short. I don't know how he says that. He clearly crossed over the sticks there. Let me see this. Did he step out of bounds? How you? Okay, they gave it to him. First down. I got you. What's up, Jamie McCaslin? How you doing, sir? Welcome to the stream. I'm sure if you're here, you're amazing and fantastic. Otherwise, you would not be here. Haskins throws it wide open down the left sideline. Another drop. That's the second big play that was just dropped by the receiver from wide open receivers. Now, I will say that ball was a little bit high, but still, he got his hands. That still should have been caught. You got to catch that, man. There's nobody near you. So it's going to be 2nd and 10. Jamie, I'm starting to think that too, sir. So Haskins is going to throw a pass complete over the middle, and he's going to run. He's going to cross across the 40, the 30, taken out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. So big play there, and there was a bad collision on the sideline, and somebody just got knocked the hell out. a spectator or somebody on the sideline just got knocked out. They were out cold. They got the worst end of that. Watch this. Oh, they're not going to show it. All right, 1st and 10. And Haskins is going to hand the ball off for about a 3-yard gain there. Going to be 2nd and 7, I think. So 2nd down and 6. Haskins back to pass. Throws it to his right in the end zone. Complete for a touchdown. Touchdown, Ohio State. I got to tell you guys, Michigan should be worried right now, and not because not because the game's a blowout. It's not. There's plenty of time left, all that. But that's the 3rd wide open receiver we've seen on this drive. The first 2 just happened to drop wide open passes. But again, I mean, there's some sort of either a mismatch going on here between the secondary and these Ohio State receivers, or somebody's just blowing her assignment. I don't know, but something's going on because that's too many wide open receivers for Michigan to have such an elite defense to be letting that happen. Yeah. Do I think Kendrick gets his first touchdown today? I don't know. I mean, your guess is as good as mine. I wouldn't expect. Again, I think that you're going to see a lot more points, a lot more touchdowns scored by Clemson on the ground than through the air today. I think, but who knows? I mean, if we score 77 like we did on Louisville, then it's like Oprah with touchdowns. You get a touchdown. You get a touchdown. You get a touchdown. Will Sweeney, the backup wide receiver holder of the field goal kicks. You get a touchdown. Everybody gets a touchdown. So there we go. It's going to be 14-6. All right, there we go. But, Pete, our offensive coordinators are idiots. What part of this don't you understand? Yeah. Yeah. I may have gone a little bit too far. My passion for Clemson's team early in the season, I think I let my emotions take a hold of my brain, rather, what I meant to say. I went a little bit too far with the criticizing of the offensive coordinators there. I went a little over the edge, let's say. I do think I had a legitimate beef with the play calling early in the season, but I think I might have taken it a little bit too far. I was ready to fire everybody. That's why they call being a fan is being a fanatic, right? Because a lot of times you lose your better judgment, and I think I did. So, but it'll happen again next year. I tend to lose my mind at some point during the football season every single year. So maybe I should see a shrink or something. Big Blue will get it right. How many Tigers can one elephant squash in a season? I don't know. My NFL team is the Carolina Panthers. Yes, once Kelly Bryant left, the offense changed completely, and that's the reason that they made the change in the first place. So. Who do I think will win, North Carolina State or North Carolina? North Carolina State. North Carolina's North Carolina's won like 3 games. They're like 3-23 in their past 26 games. They're terrible. Today will probably be the last game that Larry Fedora coaches at North Carolina. He's going to get fired after in a couple of days. Black Monday, all right? They call Black Friday the day after Thanksgiving where everyone shops. Well, Black Monday is the day after the regular season ends where a lot of coaches in college football get fired. And I think that the first one on that list will be Larry Fedora. Hell, they might not even wait till Monday. They might fire his ass today at the end of the game. All right, here we go. So Ohio State kicks it off. Michigan's going to take over. It was a touchback. It's going to take over at their own 25-yard line. And, yeah. My sister is going to the Dolphins game. My sister's a huge Dolphins fan. Huge. She's going to the Dolphins game next week in Miami. She's from South Carolina. She's traveling to Miami. They're playing the Bills, I think. So it's her first NFL game. She's super excited about it. She loves the Dolphins. All right, here we go. 1st and 10. 9 minutes left in the second quarter. And they're going to hand it off. He's going to break through the line and get the first down and more. Big run play there by Higdon. First and 10, Michigan. So from the 40-yard line, after a big first down run there by Higdon, going to hand it off again up the middle for about 5 yards. Maybe 2nd down and 5, right around the 45-yard line. If Michigan scores, will they go for 2 this early? I would. Yeah, I would. I would definitely go for 2 if I were them. Second and 6. They're going to be another handoff, another no gain on the play. So it's going to be 3rd and 6. Yeah. My sister has good taste. Yes, so she, her husband died, I guess it's been about 6 or 7 years ago. But he was from Miami, and he was a huge Miami fan. Hell, he's got a Dolphins logo engraved on his headstone. So that's how she became a Dolphins fan. 3rd and 5. 7 minutes left in the second quarter. Patterson. Incomplete. It's going to be 4th and 5. Another very good showing there by the Ohio State defense. We're seeing a big difference here. These Ohio State receivers are running wide open against this Michigan secondary, and the opposite's happening with the Michigan offense. Big Boss Gamer 21 says, I love the Tigers. Which Tigers, sir? LSU, Auburn, Clemson, Missouri, Memphis. Clemson. All right, good. I was just messing with you. I figured it was Clemson. The NFL is still good. I mean, I think the college football is the best sport, the best team sport on earth. So you're not going to get an argument there. But I think the NFL still has a really good product. I still enjoy it. I feel sorry for people that don't like the NFL because they get 1 day a week of football. Like somebody like me who likes college football and NFL football, during college football season, I get Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night, and Monday night. That's 5 days a week. So it's great for me. I feel sorry for you guys that don't like the NFL. Yeah, that Chiefs-Rams game, a lot of people were saying, oh, there was no defense played in that game. There was 100 points scored. Well, there actually was. I mean, there was 3 defensive touchdowns in that game, like 4 interceptions, 2 strip sack fumbles. So there was actually some defense played in that game. It's just it was an odd game. It was very entertaining though. Yes, we definitely need to beat the Seahawks. I agree. 35-7, Georgia over the Nerds. Wow. Yeah, the 7 was from a kickoff return. You're right. So they haven't scored an offensive touchdown. The Nerds have. I'm not surprised. I said yesterday that was one of the most unpredictable games. All Georgia Tech games are unpredictable. I mean, you can predict that they're going to have a crappy season, right? You can predict that they're going to go 6-6 or 7-5 or something like that every year. You can predict that before the season. But week to week, they're very unpredictable because of that offense that they run. They can catch people slipping that aren't prepared for the triple option and beat them, but they can't win consistently doing that. And they certainly can't beat teams with elite defenses like Georgia, Clemson, that they play every single year and that know how to defend that middle school crap. So Clemson Carson, you're going to the game. Have a great time, sir. Be careful, but have a great time. I'm sure you will. And do me a favor. Give any Gamecock fans that you see there, give them hell for me. I'd appreciate it. Thank you in advance for that. Here we go. 1st and 10. There's 7 minutes left in the second quarter here. Ohio State's got it at their own 20. And he's going to hand the ball off for no gain, so it's going to be 2nd and 9. Is Harbaugh coaching for his job today? I don't think so. If he loses today, he'll be 0-5 versus Urban Meyer. I think he'll be 0-4. But that doesn't matter anyway. You're right. He'll be 0-for. No, I don't think he'll be fired. I just don't. 2nd and 9. Haskins is going to step up and run. And he's going to slide just short of the first down marker there. It's going to be 3rd and 1, I think. The reason I say that, listen, if you're asking me, well, let's put it this way. If Jim Harbaugh loses this game, you can expect an epic video from Peete and Peete on Monday. I'll go ahead and just give you that much. Because I've already made a bunch of videos about Jim Harbaugh. But I would fire him if he loses this year because this is the year he should be winning the game. But they won't fire him. He'll be there as long as he wants to. Hell, they were ready to give this guy a lifetime contract in the offseason. So he ain't going nowhere. John Burns, good afternoon to you. Watching at work at a nuclear plant in Michigan. As a decorated Ohio State fan, I'm not popular right now. Yeah, I don't know how smart that is, sir. You're at a nuclear power plant dressed as an Ohio State fan. It seems like it'd be pretty easy for you to go missing in the nuclear waste vat or whatever they call it. Yeah, they were ready to give that joker a lifetime contract, which would be the stupidest thing you could ever do. But they were ready to do it. 3rd and 17. They want to make sure he stays there. They don't want to run him off somewhere like the NFL. See you later, Landon. 3rd and 17. Haskins back to pass. Throws it deep down the right sideline, and it was almost picked off. A flag on the play. It looks like they're going to call it a pass interference against Michigan, I think. Let's see. Yeah, pass interference against Michigan. Let's see here. I didn't see that. Oh, yeah, he's definitely holding his jersey and pulling him down. Yeah, that's you can't do that, man. You got a fistful of jersey there. And he didn't even need to grab his jersey like that. He still would have if he would have been playing the ball instead of grabbing on his jersey, he would have got an interception there. Anyway, 1st and 10 Buckeyes from their own 30. Haskins fumbles the ball and picks it back up, and then is sacked for a big loss. I think he lost the ball. It kind of bounced off the turf back into his hands. That's right. That's my man right there. Big Boss Gamer 21. He's hitting on all cylinders. We too deep and keep pounding. He's the man. 2nd and 15 from the 25-yard line. Haskins going to be complete. And he breaks a couple of tackles. And then he runs all the way across the field, across the 40, across the 50, inside the 35-yard line, or inside the 45-yard line. 1st and 10, Ohio State. I mean, well, look at that. It was like whoopity, whoopity, whoop. Can't catch me now. That was an odd play. 1 missed tackle, 2 missed tackles, 3 missed tackles, 4 missed tackles. Wow. All right, so 1st and 10. Haskins hands the ball off to the running back for about a 3-yard gain there. J.K. Dobbins. They're going to say he got 4 yards there, so it's going to be 2nd down and 6. There's 4 minutes and 48 seconds left in the second quarter here. And Ohio State is driving. And they are sitting on a 14-6 lead. Who has the ball? Ohio State does. Second and 6, and it's going to be complete. He's only going to pick up about 3. So it's going to be 3rd and either 2 or 3. They're going to say 3rd and 3 here. The ACC is horrific. Yes, it's a good thing that Clemson's not, right? So this is a big time 3rd down if you're a Michigan fan right now. It would be demoralizing to let Ohio State get a 1st down here and extend this drive. This is a big 3rd down. 3 minutes and 50 seconds left here in the second quarter. Ohio State's got the ball in Michigan's territory. Going to hand the ball off, and he's going to get a 1st down. He only needed 3, and he got about 4 there. 1st and 10 Buckeyes. I mean, honestly, Michigan's actually defending the run pretty well. They're not giving up big run plays. Their secondary is, I can't say the same for. They've given up some big-time passing plays, though. 1st and 10. Haskins, back to pass with all day. Wide, look at how wide open he was. There was nobody within 15 yards of him. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Michigan's got a major problem. They're not winning this game, from what I can see. They can't cover the receivers. That's the 3rd or 4th. Well, hell, there was 3 on the last drive. That's number 4, and I think there was 1 on the previous drive before the one last time. So we're talking about 5 or 6 completely blown coverages in this game so far, and it's not even halftime yet. Michigan's secondary is just they're looking terrible. And you're not going to beat Ohio State on the road when you can't cover the receivers. That's the thing is, this is the reason I don't like statistics. And now I'm not going to sit here and say that Michigan does not have a great defense because they do. But this is the best offense that Michigan's played against by a long shot. Name one other team that has a prolific offense as Ohio State does. And so there's a reason that Michigan's defensive stats have been a little bit inflated this year. Now, they did play a pretty good offense in Northwestern, and guess what? Michigan almost lost that game. So they struggle. Their defense struggles against good passing quarterbacks, and that's what they're facing right now. So it's not really that big of a shock that they're struggling. I mean, I can't believe that their receivers are able to get that wide open, though. It's one thing for, the Ohio State receivers to make a great contested catch, but for them to be catching these balls with nobody within 10 yards of them, that's not you can't explain that away. You can't defend that. So we have a 3-score game here. 21-6. Technically still a 2-score game, I guess, but. Thank you, sir. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate that. So, it's going to take – so there's 3 minutes and 14 seconds here. First of all, if you're Michigan, you need to score right now going into halftime. I mean, sorry. It would make a massive difference. But it's going to take a monumental effort for Michigan to come back on the road in Ohio State. I mean, they've shown that I don't know. They haven't really done well passing the ball today. They've had some success running the football, not really much at all passing the ball. But you're not going to run your way back into this game. So somebody's going to have to just open the playbook up and let Shea Patterson go crazy. And that's the only way that you're going to get back in this game at this point. Just let him go crazy. 1st and 10, Patterson back to pass. And he's going to be complete to the tight end for about 11. First down, Michigan. Yeah. You're preaching to the choir there, Jack. I think so too. What's up, Leon? Hurricanes, how you doing, sir? Shea Patterson's going to throw the ball to his right. It's going to be complete, and he's going to be short about 2 yards short of the first down there. The ACC conference as a whole sucks. The SEC is better. Yeah, good. I agree. The ACC sucks this year. 2nd and 3. To be complete across the 40 for the first down. So first down, Michigan, right around the 45-yard line. Patterson back to pass. Throws it deep. He's covered. And the Ohio State defender fell there. Anyway, there's no flag on the play. 1 minute and 43 seconds left in the second quarter here. It's going to be 2nd down and 10 for Michigan. Patterson's going to hand the ball off. Taken down at the line of scrimmage for no gain. 3rd and 9. Big time third down here for Michigan. Patterson back to pass. Throws it. They're going to throw a flag on that one. That's going to be pass interference. Flags all over the place. I don't know. I don't know who you called that on. It looks like they were about to, I mean, they were dancing out there together. Let's see who they call it on. They're going to call it against Ohio State. So automatic first down for Michigan to keep the drive alive. Big time break for them there. And so there's a minute and 3 seconds here. Let's be honest, they don't have exactly they don't have an Oklahoma offense or an Alabama offense or something, or a Clemson offense where they can score in 20 seconds. So they're going to need every bit of this, a minute and 3 seconds, I think, to get a touchdown here if that's what they want to do. 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Patterson, he's going to be flushed out of the pocket. He's keeping his eyes downfield. He's going to keep it himself and cross all the way up into the 24-yard line before he goes out of bounds. Pretty good play there and ran out of bounds to stop the clock. Michigan's only got 1 timeout left in the half. So that was a smart play to run out of bounds there. All right, so 1st and 10. There's 55 seconds left. The playoffs should be called Alabama Invitational. Come on, people. Man, Alabama better hope they don't lose this year, huh? Because they've been talking about everybody that they're unbeatable, and I mean they're going to look really bad if they lose, aren't they? They're definitely beatable. If I was Gus Malzahn, I'd just give the old Citadel head football coach a call and say, hey, can you let us know how you scored 17 on Bama? If you can score 17, we can score 40. That's what I would do. But 2nd and 10. Michigan throws it into the end zone. He caught it, I think. Touchdown, Michigan. That was a hell of a catch, and they needed that. That was a hell of a catch. And Michigan really, really needed that. Yeah, that's definitely a catch there. Of course, they'll review it because they review every touchdown, but yeah. So we actually have a ball game here, folks. Being someone that could care less who wins this game, I'm happy that happened just so for the excitement factor. So it's going to be 21-13. I would have went for 2 there. Of course, I'm not surprised that Jim Harbaugh didn't because he doesn't take any chances at all. But anyway. It's going to be 21-13 here. And I'm going to go ahead and change the quarter too while I'm at it so I don't have to come back in and do it again. All right. We got a game here. Yeah, I agree. Harbaugh's definitely going to have to take some chances at some point. Desmond Howard is so dumb. Yeah. He doesn't bother me that much. That's a good point. Oh no, is Ohio State turn the ball over? They did. On the kickoff. All the way down at the 8-yard line? Mark Dudley, you showed up right on time, sir. That's the biggest play of the game for your Wolverines. They just got a major touchdown and then a huge turnover inside the 10-yard line on the kickoff. Mental mistake by Ohio State. All you had to do was just let that ball go out of the end zone and go to halftime. Man, what are you doing? No wonder Urban Meyer's about to have a friggin' brain aneurysm on the sideline. Somebody get this guy a neurologist. What's up, Billy Dawson? How you doing, sir? And, of course, Mark Dudley. Wow. So, I mean, it was 21-6 a minute ago, and we might see a tie ball game here in under a minute. Big turn of events there. Wide open touchdown, Michigan. So Michigan had just scored 2 touchdowns in less than 10 seconds. Wow. How quickly things can change, huh? So what do you guys think? Do you go for 2 now? I would. Why not? I mean, why not go for it? You may as well go for it. You don't want to you don't gain anything by going for 1, I don't think. Yeah, they're gonna go for it. Good, finally. Two touchdowns in 6 seconds is what the announcer just said. Oh man. So somebody remind me, because I don't remember, who had the ball first in the to begin. I think Michigan started with the ball, so Ohio State will get the kickoff in the second half. I remember that, because the first thing that happened was a Michigan 3-and-out. So Ohio State will get the ball to start the second half. Will they get the 2? I don't know. I think they will. They've had some success running the ball. I would run it. And in all fairness, Mark Dudley, Patterson's going to be taken down. So the 2-point conversion is no good. In all fairness, Mark Dudley, up until the past, say, 20 seconds, Ohio State has been dominating this game pretty much. So, but wow, just a huge turn of events. First, listen, Michigan's before this, the first touchdown they scored, their drive was about ended on a controversial pass interference call. Extended the drive, they'll go on to get a touchdown, and then the very next play they get a turnover on the kickoff, and they get a touchdown the very next play after that. So a lot's happened here in a very short time period. Yeah, they came back very quickly. That's about as quickly as you can come back from 15 points down. 6 seconds is all it took them to come back. So anyway, what's the score? It's going to be 19-21, right? There we go. What did you have to go to the hospital for, sir? You mean for work? I hope it's for work. I hope you're okay, sir. All right, so listen, I don't know what Ohio State's thinking here, but just you get the ball to start the second half, just take a knee. Go and regroup after you just gave up 13 points in 6 seconds. And they're going to run plays. What are you doing? Stupid. Anyway, they run it for about 8 yards there out of bounds. This will be 2nd and 1. They're going to say got 9 yards. Why is everyone saying Georgia Tech was going to keep it close with Georgia? I don't know, because Georgia Tech's so unpredictable. I don't know. In my pick'em video, I picked Georgia to cover the spread plus. I picked Georgia to beat them by like 28 points or something. So, but I also said that it was so unpredictable that you just never know with Georgia Tech what's going to happen because of that middle school offense they run. But oh yeah, get to watch the TV there. That's a good thing to do. You can go sit in the waiting room and watch the TV, watch the game in the waiting room. Billy Dawson has it all figured out, man. This is not his first rodeo. Really, Mrs. Peete. Oh Lord. So, 2nd and 10. I don't know what Ohio State's doing. I just don't get what they're doing. I don't think they have anything to gain here. The risk is too high of a turnover. But whatever. They're going to run another play. Haskins back to pass. Throws it deep. And there's going to be a flag on the play. It looks like they're going to call. I don't know if that's going to be an offensive pass interference or a defensive one. And the receiver comes up limping. They're going to call it against Michigan. So it's a 15-yard penalty. I guess that's exactly that shows what how little I know. That's exactly what Meyer was trying to do, is draw a penalty. Either get a big play down the field inside the 10-yard line or get a penalty out of it, one of the two. And he got the penalty out of it. So the maintenance office, that's even better. You can sit in there and smoke a cigar, sir. Can't smoke inside in the hospital, but in the maintenance office, that's a different story. You can light up a stogie in there. So there's 21 seconds here left in the second quarter. And there's another flag as soon as the ball was hiked. It'll be a substitution problem, I think. Yeah, 12 men on the field against Michigan. Another Michigan penalty. I mean, Michigan has made so many big mistakes like that this game that it's unbelievable. They're only down by 2 points. But 1st and 5, Haskins going to throw it to a wide open receiver. He's going to go all the way down to the 3-yard line, out of bounds at the 3, 1st and goal. Oh my God. Well, guess who won't be getting a job as an offensive coordinator anytime soon? This guy. Because I would have just knelt it and went into the locker room for the half. But meanwhile, they're about to get a touchdown out of this thing. Here we go. The play clock is winding down. You better snap it. Flag. Timeout, Ohio State. I wish they would hurry up and get this half over with so I can take a leak. Michigan's defense is overrated, says Aaron Short. Well, I think they're a little bit overrated just because, like I said, they haven't really played very many dynamic offenses this year. Well, they haven't played any offense near as good as what Ohio State has. I mean, Ohio State's been just – I mean, what are Haskins' numbers here in the first half? Can somebody look that up? I bet you he's got close to 200 yards passing in the first half, if not more. Here we go, 1st and goal. Haskins going to complete to Weber, and he's going to go out of bounds. He picked up about a yard there. Urban Meyer's about to have a breakdown. Yeah, he's about to have a brain aneurysm and a heart attack all at once. Somebody might want to check and make sure he doesn't have a hangnail or a toe fungus either. He's got all kind of medical problems. 2nd and goal. There's 12 seconds left here. And a huge defensive stop by Michigan's defense there, taken down at the line of scrimmage. So it's going to be 3rd and goal. And another timeout called by Ohio State. That's their last one. There's 7 seconds left on the clock. What do you do? I mean, you either got to take a shot in the end zone with a pass. You can't run the ball because if you don't make it, the time's going to run out. You won't have time to kick a field goal. So you're gonna have to take a shot in the end zone with a pass and just hope you either get the touchdown or it's incomplete. One thing you can't do here if you're Ohio State or don't want to do is turn the ball over with an interception in the end zone or something. The other option is just to go ahead and kick the field goal and get the hell out of there. But I have a feeling they're going to take a shot in the end zone here. Yeah, I think they'll do a pass and then kick a field goal. That's what I would do probably. It is a little bit of a risk because if you throw an interception, then you don't get any points. But you're winning the game. Why not? Here we go. Haskins, he's going to take a shot in the end zone, and it's caught. How are you going to say? How are you going to say he caught the ball, but he's not in the end zone when he knocked over the pylon catching the ball? I mean, his feet were clearly. Incomplete pass. Make up your minds, people. That's a touchdown, man. I don't know. Maybe it's not. I mean, his feet were in the end zone, but the ball never made it in the end zone. That's a touchdown. I mean, he had a foot down whenever he caught the ball in the end zone. That's really close. I mean, I don't even know, man. That's so close. What do you guys think? That looks like a touchdown catch to me too. I don't know. Anyway, they kick a field goal. It's good. That's the end of the second quarter. Great. I got to go pee now. Holy crap. Let me change the score real quick. So, good game so far. 24-19. I have a feeling we're going to see an interesting second half here between these two teams. A lot going on here, which I will go into in depth. Shit. After I take a 5-minute intermission for halftime. So if you need to use the bathroom, smoke a cigarette, get a snack, walk the dog, Whatever it is you do, go ahead and do it, and I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Thank you. All right, I'm back. Thanks everybody for sticking around. Sorry, I had to let my dogs out. Dennis Wilson in the house says, "May there, Pigskin Pete, you rock rubber ramp runner." Well, may there, Dennis. How you doing, sir? What time does your game come on, man? That game come on at 3:30, or is it tonight? Yes, we got a good game here. It looks like some of these other games aren't so good. The Boston College and Syracuse game. Syracuse is up by 2 scores over Boston College. I think Florida's beaten Florida State pretty handily, which that's no big surprise. Georgia is routing Georgia Tech. And we've got the best game out of all of them right now. Michigan and Ohio State, 24-19. Falcons Fury. Pete, I swear to everything that is holy, including ham sandwiches, if we lose to Florida State, I will find every last living Native American and steal their cattle. What? Okay. Yeah, you should be a little bit nervous, Mark Dudley, and the reason is Michigan has not shown any ability to stop Ohio State's offense this entire game. What's up, Zach? Says, "Hey, Pete, how are you doing today, sir?" I'm doing amazing and fantastic, just like every single one of you that's in here right now. I love these night rivalry games. I mean, Clemson plays tonight at 7 o'clock against the Boom Chickens. The only thing that sucks about playing at night is you have to wait all day for it. But it's well worth it whenever the time comes around. I actually agree with Church of Bama there. He says that Michigan's pass defense, they don't look good today. And if they face somebody that can pass the ball prolifically like Alabama, like Clemson, I think that they would struggle in that situation. Listen, everybody knew that Florida was going to beat Florida State. Florida State's just, I mean, they're awful. Billy, what are you doing? Getting a laptop? I got a MacBook Pro, and the only reason I got an Apple laptop is because I have an Apple phone. And anybody who knows anything about Apple, they basically force you to use all Apple products if you want to sync everything up. It just makes life easier. So once you get into the Apple trap, then you are trapped, unless you switch everything. No, but I actually like it. I like the MacBook. It does everything I need it. Hell, the only thing I use it for is making these videos and doing these live streams anyway. We had this discussion about Apple versus Android the other night, and people that use Android love Android. People that use Apple love Apple. I think Apple's got a better product, a more reliable product, but they do screw you over with the accessories and the adapters and all that. They rake you over the coals with that. It's definitely more expensive to go the Apple route, depending on what you're trying to do with it. But the main thing I don't like about Android or Windows systems, computers, is they're very glitchy. They're very prone to viruses and stuff like that. You think they all suck? Yeah, well, on a scale from 1 to 10 as far as being tech savvy, I'm at a -2. So, I mean, it's amazing I could put a show on it at all with as much as I know about computers. I mean, my son, my oldest son's 11 years old, and he could run laps around me with tech. If Ohio State's defense can stop Michigan's offense, I don't think this game will be even close. Michigan's defense is struggling really bad, and their pass rush is weak right now, yeah. Whoa, what happened with Michigan's band? I know there was a team that had their band got in a bus accident. I thought that was Washington, Michigan. How much did I pay for these headphones that Apple makes you buy because there's no damn headphone jack? How do you take away the feature and ask for more money? These are Beats headphones. I want to say they were like $300 when I got them a few years ago. But yeah, I can't plug these Well, actually, I can. There's a headphone jack on this laptop. $45-7, Georgia over the Nerds. Oh, the marching band director died. That sucks. So what we're going to need to see here is some major halftime adjustments for Michigan. I mean, their offense hasn't really looked that great outside of that the only offensive touchdown they got. Well, no, they've got 2 offensive touchdowns, but the one where they actually drove down the field. The rest of their drives have not been very good, and their secondary has just been awful. All right, Falcons Fury, take it easy, sir. Yeah, so people die every day, so that means you shouldn't care when they die, right? You're a real class act, sir. Hound Dog says Georgia versus Clemson for the national title. My official prediction. Well, it's definitely possible. We'll see. So we got Peete Jr. a PlayStation 4 for Christmas, and it comes with that Spider-Man game. So you're saying it's good? I'm gonna get the Red Dead Redemption game for me to play, and probably like Madden or something. Yeah, I'm not much of a video game guy myself. Too old for that, but I do have an old Xbox 360, and I have the old Red Dead Redemption on there, which I love that game. So I'm assuming the new one will be good. Yeah, that Syracuse-Boston College game is good, 28-21. Yeah, how much did you pay for it, Clemson Jacob? Because what do we pay? We got the PS4, 2 games. Forget what games it was. Spider-Man comes with it. We got another one though, too, for him. And an extra wireless controller. I think we paid $300 for all of that, which is like $100 off. What's up, SEC Football Tube? How you doing, sir? And when Wake Forest is beating the crap out of Duke, what happened to Duke? Yeah, they put out a new NCAA football game, but there's no names of players, which is so stupid, but whatever. So you have to build your own players. I mean, you can't get Tua or Trevor Lawrence or just to name a few people. You gotta build your own teams, which I don't think that's gonna go over very well. I don't think anybody wants to play it. Who's got time to build an entire team? And especially, I mean, I don't know how many teams are on that game. Are all 130 teams on that game? I mean, who's got the time to build 130 rosters? Nobody. What's up, King Clan? How about that NFL? How about it? I'm just going to call you Riston because I don't know how you pronounce that name. Who do I have, LSU or A&M? I've got A&M actually beating LSU for the first time since they joined the SEC. And the only reason I'm doing that is because it's in A&M. But that's a pretty hard game to predict there. Khaki pants will never beat Urban. Yeah. Somebody asked me that earlier on the stream. Do I think that that Jim Harbaugh is on the hot seat if he loses again to Urban? And the answer is no. All you have to do is ask Mark Dudley. He'll tell you. Jim Harbaugh is in no threat whatsoever of getting fired. Can we all agree that Gus Johnson is the best? Georgia is a top 4 team. Well, the only way they're going to make it in the top 4. Well, they could make it in the top 4 this week if Michigan loses this game. They probably will. They'll take that 4th spot, I think. But outside of that, the only way they're going to get that 4th spot is if they beat Alabama next week. All right, so here we go. The start of the third quarter. I expect this to be a good one. I hope it is. All right, so the Wolverines kick it off. It's going to be a touchback. So Ohio State's going to take over to start the third quarter at their own 25-yard line. Let's see if somehow they made some adjustments on that Michigan defense at halftime and they're able to somehow slow down this Ohio State offense. If we see Ohio State's offense come down and run right down the field, then I don't think there's any way Michigan's going to win this game. We'll see. Haskins, back to pass, throws it over the middle, overthrown. He was open. Incomplete pass, so it's going to be 2nd down and 10. (45-7) Georgia over Georgia Tech. All right, here we go. 2nd and 10. Gonna hand the ball off. Breaks a couple of tackles. Rolls out to the right. Finally taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Tried to do too much there. Anyway. It's going to be 3rd and 11, I think. See where they spot this. Yeah, 3rd and 11. From the 24-yard line. Haskins back to pass. Throws it over the middle, complete, wide open for about a 15-yard gain. 1st and 10, Ohio State. Mark Dudley coming through with the super chat of $9.99. Thank you, sir. He says, Don Brown is outstanding at making adjustments in the second half, Pete. Okay. I did not know that. We'll see, won't we? But thank you, sir, for the super chat. I really appreciate that. He was the guy from Boston College, right? Yeah. What did I say about LSU and A&M? I said I picked A&M to win a close game and upset LSU. And the only reason I'm picking A&M, even though they've never beat LSU since they've been in the SEC, is because the game is in College Station. That's my prediction. And you guys can talk all these transient things. We beat this team by that much, so that and you beat that or lost that team by this much. So that means we're going to beat you by this much. That has not, I mean, doesn't make any sense. If you want to go off of that theory, when people do that stuff, so what you're saying is that Syracuse beat Clemson last year, but Clemson beat South Carolina and Miami by 30-something points apiece. Does that mean that Syracuse is better than Miami and South Carolina last year? No, they weren't. Syracuse was a 4-win team. I mean, it doesn't make sense. You can't do stuff like that. Every week is different. Every team is different week to week. Teams are certainly different at the beginning of the year than they are later in the year. You know. I will say this: ever since that LSU game, Georgia has made massive improvements on both sides of the ball. They're definitely not the same team that lost to LSU. Yeah, Riston, that's a fair point, sir. He says, I'll give the game to LSU just because they have a great secondary. Will make A&M one-dimensional, and LSU is good at forcing turnovers. Yeah, listen, I agree with you 100% that LSU, every game they've won this year for the most part has been because of how dominant especially the back end of their defense, their secondary is. They have a great defense. LSU's offense, from one week to another, your guess is as good as mine. I mean, they've had several games where their offense just did not show up this year and just laid complete eggs. So, I don't know. LSU needs to run the football and play great defense. That's the way they're going to win. Yes, Alabama's beatable. I mean, how many yards rushing did they give up to the Citadel? It was, what 300 yards? What's up, Oregon Ducks football and basketball? How you doing, sir? Here we go. 1st and 10, Ohio State from the 42-yard line. Going to hand the ball off. He's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage for a yard loss. Second down and 11 from the 41. Haskins back to pass. Complete. Oh, dropped the ball. They're going to say it was incomplete. So we have a 3rd and long. So far here in the second half, Michigan's defense is looking a lot better than they did in the first. Let's see if they can defend the deep ball, because that's been their real big problem today. These passes over 20 yards, they have been Ohio State's been killing them with it. Big 3rd down for Michigan's defense here. They need to stop. Haskins, incomplete. So, good defensive series there by Michigan for the first time today. Maybe not the first time, maybe the second time. But a big stand there, and Ohio State's going to have to punt from their own 40. So we'll see how good this punt is. But this should give Michigan some pretty decent field position, depending on how much of a return they have. The punt is up, And it goes out of bounds. At the 20-yard line, they say. So Michigan will take over from their own 20-yard line. Let's see what Michigan's offense can do here. You're already talking about next year, Dennis Wilson. We're not even done with this year, sir. He's already talking about Miami beating Clemson next year. It's going to be a long wait, man. It's going to be a long offseason for you. I'm sorry. Baylor 21-17 over Texas Tech. Wow. I wouldn't have guessed that. Michigan versus Appalachian State. Didn't Alabama lose to like Louisiana Monroe or something? Saban's first year, sir? Every major college football program has lost to a insignificant team at some point or another. Every college football program has gone through a period where they were irrelevant and were a terrible team through history. There's been no team in college football over the past 100 years that has just dominated for 100 years and never lost to anybody. So anybody who wants to get on here and trash another team for losing to this team or that team, yeah, your team did the same thing, no matter which team you're pulling for. Yes, West Virginia did put 70 points on Clemson. And ever since that game, Clemson has been the second winningest program in football for the past 8 years, going on 9 now. That was the best thing that I love West Virginia. I get on my knees and thank West Virginia for putting up 70 points on Clemson in 2000. What year was that? 2010. Orange Bowl. Because we fired our defensive coordinator, and who do we go out and get? That's right, you guessed it, Brent Venables, and the rest is history. So that 70-point that we gave up in the Orange Bowl to West Virginia in 2010 was the best thing that happened to this Clemson program in the past decade, other than making Dabo Swinney the full-time head coach. 1st and 10, Michigan from the 20-yard line. Patterson's going to roll out to his right and throw it incomplete. And he's looking for a flag, and he will not get one. Hello, Amanda Morton. Good afternoon. Amanda says, I'm from West Virginia. Go Tigers. Well, thank you, and welcome to the stream. I'm sure if you're here, you're amazing and fantastic. Otherwise, you would not be here. All right. 2nd down and 10. Michigan from their own 20. And Patterson's going to hand the ball off. He will be taken down right at the line of scrimmage. They might give him a yard there. Forward progress. 3rd and 9. Okay, 275 total yards to the Citadel. Yeah. Most of that was in the first half. It had to be, because I know they had over 200 yards in the first half alone. Citadel did. Here we go, 3rd and 9. Patterson's going to throw it out to his right. Incomplete. And he just got mollywopped. As soon as he touched that ball, he just got nailed. So great defensive play there by Ohio State's defense. And we're going to see the punt team come out for Michigan. He caught that ball. He just got hit so hard he dropped it. That was close to being a fumble there. Very close. He's going to feel that tomorrow. That was a hell of a hit. How you doing, Tiger Nate? And Ohio State's going to take over at their own 42. So a little bit of flip in field position here. Ohio State's winning the field position battle so far here in the second half. So we've seen two decent defensive stands, one by each team here to start the second half. Higdon is getting embarrassed. Now Higdon's actually he's having a decent game. Well, he had a pretty good first half. Quick question, Pete. How do you edit live streams? I don't know what you're asking. You can't edit a live stream. It is what it is. And then as soon as I end the stream, it uploads to YouTube automatically. So yeah, you can't really edit it. And you can't cut sections out of the video if that's what you're asking. Jimmy C. says this would be a rout if Ohio State wouldn't have slipped up and basically given Michigan that last touchdown before halftime. Yeah, well, that's a big if. I mean, Michigan scored 2 touchdowns in 16 seconds. Yeah. Amanda Morton says, Bobby Durkins and Tiger Nation can't wait to see this. You mean tailgating for Tigers? For anybody who hasn't checked it out, I did a live call-in. Not live. It wasn't live. I'm sorry. I did a video call-in with Bobby Durkins on my channel yesterday. We spoke for about 45 minutes. It's uploaded to YouTube. Go check it out if you haven't. If you're a fan of Bobby Durkins, you'll definitely want to check it out. I love that guy. He's great. I'm not somebody that really agrees with Church of Bama a whole lot, but he's making a great point there. The last Michigan national championship was split with Nebraska. Yeah, so that is what it is. And what was that, 97? All right, here we go. 1st and 10, Buckeyes from their own 42. And Haskins going to hand the ball off for about a yard, maybe 2 yards gain there. It's going to be 2nd and 8. Oh, hold on. Haskins going to hand the ball off, and the running back's going to get a first down and more, running out of the bounds after about a 10-yard pickup there. So 1st and 10, Ohio State. SEC Football Tube, that's the computer program I'm using, OBS. Just download OBS onto your computer. You can do all kinds of crazy stuff with it. Yeah, I want to do I am going to do a call-in show during the off season. I'm not going to do it in these next few weeks. I've got to. It's a long story. I'm not going to get into it, but I am planning on having people call in to my live streams sooner than later. All right, 2nd and 8 from the 45. BYOG means bring your own guts. It's a Dabo Sweeney quote after we beat Notre Dame in 2015. 11 minutes left in the third quarter. Haskins hands the ball up, run up the middle for a first down. I mean, he just plowed over some Michigan defenders. Great run there by J.K. Dobbins. He's a load. He's a great running back. He can do it all. He can run between the tackles. He can catch the ball out of the backfield. He's a dangerous back. Let's see where they spot this, though. What's up, Donnie Shepard? How you doing, sir? Welcome to the stream. We got a hurt Michigan player on the field here. Yeah, I don't know. Is it a leg injury? They don't want to lose him for sure. Oh, here we go. Urban Meyers, look at him. He's having some health problems again. Somebody get the listen. If you're that sick, dude, you should not be on the sideline, man. I'm sorry. This guy looks like he's about to have a stroke at any moment. Look at him. First and 10 from the 44. Sorry, the 36. I don't know about that, Tiger Nate. Ohio State's been outplaying Michigan this entire game. The ball is complete. Big gain inside the 10, inside the 5. Out of bounds, right around the 5 or the 4-yard line. Big play by Ohio State. That's been the Achilles heel for Michigan's defense. All day long is those big passing plays. First and goal, Ohio State. Michigan's defensive backs they're not playing good. And that was a mismatch. That was a receiver on a linebacker, it looked like. Michigan's defense not looking good. And, listen, Michigan's defense, like I said earlier, they haven't played an offense, particularly a passing offense, as prolific as Ohio State all year. They played one that was good in Northwestern. Not on Ohio State's level, but Northwestern does have a pretty good passing attack. And they struggled against Northwestern. So that's their Achilles heel, is they're against elite passing teams, in particular ones that have great quarterbacks. Yeah, he's harmless guy. I didn't see what he said for him to get timed out. He's pretty much harmless. I don't know what he said. If he broke one of the rules, then fine. He's just, for the most part, he's just a troll. He's harmless. I've had to time him out for saying stuff he shouldn't say before, but yeah, Jimmy C, you're right. I agree. Ohio State's really been dominating the game. It was that special teams turnover inside the 10-yard line that really is the difference in the score. But, yeah. I'll just commercial real quick. I'm going to get a beer. Anybody want a beer? Jimmy C, need a beer? Billy, you're working. You can't drink, sir. Mark Dudley, need one? Mark, you might need one. The way things are going right now, you might need a drink. Yeah, Duke getting stomped by Wake Forest, that's a little bit of a head scratcher. I did not see that coming. I figured Duke would roll Wake Forest. Wake Forest has been just terrible all year. Wake Forest is a weird team. I mean, they've been bad. They've been beat by a bunch of bad teams. They've been blown out by some other teams, and then they beat NC State, who they're not as good as. And, of course, they're rolling over Duke right now, and I think Duke's a better team than they are. So, yeah, Florida and Georgia are beating their ACC opponents. Well, look at who their ACC opponents are: Georgia Tech and Florida State. Yeah. Guess what? After today, even if Kentucky beats Louisville, Georgia beats Georgia Tech, and Florida beats Florida State, the last 7 years, the SEC will still only be 7. Hold on, let me see. 7 and 21 against the ACC in those in-state rivalry games. Not a very good record. But, yeah, I predicted that the SEC was going to roll in these rivalry games this year because the teams they're playing have just fell off, Florida State and Louisville in particular. So, yeah, that doesn't look good. He had to get helped off the field. Hope he's okay. So, anyway, 1st and goal, Ohio State from the 5-yard line is where they're going to mark this. Martell. Why is Martell in there? The hell? What am I missing here? Is there a reason that Martell is at quarterback? Second and goal. You're going to hand it off, and they get all the way down inside the 2-yard line, right around the 1.5-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and goal from the 1.5. Martell runs it and gets taken down. Hell, he lost yardage. What did I miss here? Where is Haskins at? Did he get hurt? They're going for it, I think. No. They're going to kick the field goal. Okay. So a short field goal attempt here. You better hurry up and snap the ball. 2 seconds left. There they go. And he almost missed it, but he made it. So Ohio State comes through with a field goal there to make it 27-19. Yeah, Kentucky will smash Louisville. That game will be close. If they don't, that'd be embarrassing. I mean, nobody has any business losing to Louisville. Nobody. Period. They use Martell like Georgia uses Fields. Yeah, I don't get it. I mean, Haskins is playing great. Why would they put Martell in there? I don't get it. If Louisville and Arkansas played, who would win? Arkansas. Louisville is. Listen, they are right there with Oregon State as the worst team in America. They're terrible. Arkansas would roll Louisville. It wouldn't be close. All right. I just missed that play. But anyway, Michigan's going to take over, I think, with bad field position here. 8 minutes and 25 seconds left in the third quarter, 27-19, Ohio State over Michigan. Mark Dudley, you might have to go for a Peete walk. First and 10 from their own 8. Michigan hands the ball off. Big run, first down and more. It picks up about 13 yards on the run. Crosses the 20-yard line, first and 10, Michigan. What's up, a Pack fan? How you doing, man? First and 10 from the 22-yard line. Going to hand the ball off, and he will be taken down behind the line of scrimmage for a 1-yard loss. They're going to say he got back to the line of scrimmage, so second and 10. I'm going to say the same thing I said in the towards the end of the second half there. As soon as I said it, Michigan started scoring, so maybe they should listen to Pigskin Pete. They need to take the training wheels off of Shea Patterson and just unleash him. Let him run it. Let him throw it. This conservative play is not working. Second and 10. Patterson back to pass, play action, and he's going to be sacked for a 3-yard loss. Ohio State is just getting penetration all over Michigan right now. They're all up in the backfield on every single snap here right now. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4 Ohio State players all over him. He's got swarmed. Down goes Frazier. All right, here we go. 3rd and 13. This is a huge third down for Michigan. They really need to convert here. Patterson back to pass. Throws it. Incomplete. And there's a flag. They're going to call it a pass interference against Ohio State on this one, I think. And that did look like interference from what I could tell. He was all over him. Yeah. Pass interference against Ohio State, so that's a big mental mistake there. It's going to be an automatic first down. And he didn't even need to interfere. He wouldn't have caught it anyway. So, bad mistake. Got to play the ball, man. 1st and 10. Big break for Michigan there. From the 34. Patterson hands the ball off, and he's going to get nothing. Taken down right at the line of scrimmage again. They're going to give him 1 yard. Okay, so 2nd and 9. I was 2 for 2 last night. I picked Oklahoma to beat West Virginia, and I also picked Washington to upset Washington State. I was 2 for 2 last night. Looks like I'm going to lose this game. I had Michigan winning by 4 points today. Pass over the middle. You can be taken down again at the line of scrimmage. Throw the ball down the field. What are you doing? These little 1-yard passes. It hasn't worked all day. They've been doing that all day. It's not working. I mean, at what point do you figure this is not working and try something different? Here we go, 3rd and 8. see an all-out blitz coming here. No. Patterson back to pass. Throws it over the middle. And it's dropped by the receiver. I mean, the pass was a little bit low, man, but you had your hands on it. And he looks like he's pissed about something. Are you pissed that you dropped the ball? Because you should be. He feels like he was interfered with, I think. He wasn't. Patterson, you got to make a better pass than that. So, man, I mean, yeah, that's on the tight end. Dude, you had it in your hands. You dropped it. You dropped it. We got a punt here. It's blocked. And it's caught by the Ohio State defender. Touchdown. Touchdown, Ohio State. Wow. Watch this. Block. That ball just flies up 15 yards in the air. Yeah. So far today, Michigan's offensive line looks terrible. I mean, they're just getting manhandled by Ohio State's defense. And the Michigan's secondary looks awful. Two very bad places to have weaknesses. Wow. All right. So what is this? Is it 34? 34-19. Where's Mark Dudley at? He's probably breaking something right now. I would imagine he probably just put his foot through his drywall or something. All right, so there's 4 minutes and 41 seconds left here, and Michigan's going to receive the kickoff and go out of bounds right around the 19, or going to mark it at the 20. So 1st and 10, Michigan from their own 20, killing themselves with these mistakes. That's how you break a TV, yeah. I've done stuff like that before. Mark Dudley coming through with the zinger. Harbaugh just needs to walk out of the stadium right now. Yeah, he's going to there's going to be a hell of a video coming from me on Monday if Michigan loses this game about Jim Harbaugh. You already know how I feel about Jim Harbaugh in the first place. I've been cutting him slack the past few weeks because they've been earning their respect, but he doesn't have, I mean. And on 1st and 10, another loss of yardage. Ohio State just swarmed. Michigan's offense just looks completely inept right now. They can't run the ball. They can't pass the ball. They can't protect their quarterback. Ohio State's just pinned their ears back. They're coming after Patterson on every single – they're just blitzing on every play now. And not just 4. They're blitzing 5 and 6 people, just daring him to throw the ball down the field. Patterson under duress again. Throws it. Another drop pass. And he took a hit after the drop. He's hurt. He took a couple of shots right to the head. Listen, I'm sorry. He might be a great tight end or something. He needs to come out of the game. That's his 2nd drop in a row. You got to catch that, dude. What's going on? Oh, he just hit his face right on that guy's shoulder. A face injury. Yes. Hello, Rick Robinson. Pete Patterson played in the SEC last year. Yeah, I know he played at Ole Miss. I'm not sure what that has to do with anything, but. Michigan players out there guaranteeing wins. You'll never hear anybody on Alabama's team go out and guarantee a win, I mean, even against a nobody team, because Nick Saban will not allow it. Same thing with Clemson. You will not hear a player on Clemson's team going out in the media and guaranteeing a win over any team ever. Now, when the game's over, after they beat them, they'll say, we knew we were going to beat the crap out of them after we watched the film all week. They won't say it before the game. And it boggles my mind that Jim Harbaugh has been around football long enough that he would allow players to go out and say stuff like that before the game against a big rival who you haven't beaten since you've been there. No player on Michigan's team has beaten Ohio State. It just blows my mind that Harbaugh would allow that to happen. It just gives the other team more motivation. And it also makes you look bad whenever you don't win the game. But yeah, I said that. Hold on. Oh, Rick Robinson, you're Johnny Red Dot. Okay, see another name change. Good afternoon, sir. Yeah. Saban would blow a gasket if a player did that. Yeah. The same that I said. You remember during the Michigan and Michigan State game whenever, who was it? The linebacker Bush was tearing up the field with his cleats. I made the statement. I said that would not happen at Clemson. It doesn't matter who the player is. He would be benched for that, for making the school look bad and giving the other team motivation. And, I mean, I think the same is probably true for Alabama. Saban would not put up with that. 3rd and 12. Patterson running for his life. Interception. What was that, dude? Yeah. What's up, Dondre Crawford? How you doing, sir? Yeah, Clemson has a social media ban as well. The players do not get on social media during the season at all. They're not going to drop out of the top 25. Come on, dude. This is a domination right now. So from the 23, Haskins going to be complete. Inside the 10. Inside the 5. They're going to say he's out at the 2 or 3. Ohio State. Well, I want to wait to see the rest of the game, how the rest of the games play out. But they'll jump up significantly. They won't jump into the top 4 this week, though. They're not going to go from 10 to 4. They won't leapfrog Georgia. Georgia will move in the 4 spot. We'll go over that in a minute here. Touchdown, Ohio State. Yeah. That's a great question, Dondre Crawford. Great question, sir. I think you know what? I don't know, man. I have a hard time believing that they would leave a one-loss Big Ten champ out. And if Ohio State wins today and then goes and beats Northwestern, they'd be a one-loss Big Ten champ. I think they'd get in at the 4th spot. I think that they would get in ahead of Oklahoma. So, in that scenario. But what's surprising to me is that the committee these past few weeks has basically said that they don't think that Ohio State's very good. Despite the fact that they're 10-1 and they continue to win every week, they still let UCF jump over them. I mean, that's ridiculous. First of all, there's no reason that UCF should be ranked ahead of Ohio State. I don't care if Ohio State struggled against Maryland and struggled against whoever else. Doesn't matter. Nebraska doesn't matter. It's ridiculous to say that UCF is better than Ohio State, a one-loss Big Ten team. But they'll move up in the top 6, I'd say. Ohio State will if they win this game, which looks like they're going to. And then if they go en route, beat the crap out of Northwestern next week, then they'll jump into that 4th spot, I think. Especially since it had been different if this game came down to overtime or a 1-point win or something like that. But Michigan's been the number 4 team in the country since the playoff polls came out. And if they beat them by 3 scores, that's a huge statement. And that'll help their stock as far as the eye test goes and all that. (41-19). Yeah, I got to change the score again. Thank you. Hey, look, Urban Meyer suddenly is healthy. No more headaches. Right? His heart's doing okay. His toe fungus cleared up. He's great now, isn't he? Look at him. Healthy as a horse. God. Yep. Oh, Urban, look at him. He's the picture of health over there. Oh, no, nope. He just rubbed his temples. He might have a little headache going on here. Somebody get that guy an Excedrin. All right, 2nd and 6. Patterson back to pass. Throws it. Finally, a receiver caught a ball right at midfield, right at the 50-yard line there. That's what his passes have been either way overthrown or a little bit short. He's been a little bit off all day. But a couple of those passes, especially to the tight end, that were huge drops that should have been caught. They weren't doing him any favors, but. First and 10 from the 50-yard line, from the 49-yard line, Michigan. Patterson's going to throw it to his left, wide open. Why you go out of bounds, man? Man. There was nobody around him. He could have got another 15 yards out of that play. Oh, he's limping now. Oh, now your leg hurts, huh? Yeah, I see how it works. Yeah. Now his leg hurts. First down, Michigan. From the 38. Patterson back to pass. Throws it. And they're going to throw a flag on that. I don't know, man. Let's see. I got to see this on replay. That looked like good coverage to me. Let's see a different angle here. Pass interference against Ohio State. I don't know, man. I got to see that again. Let's see this on. I don't know, man. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. That's a tough one. Their arms were like locked together, but I don't know. Yeah, he did. He grabbed his arm. Yeah. That's the kind of call that can go either way. Anyway, 1st and 10 from the 23-yard line. And Patterson's going to hand the ball off. He's going to pick up nothing, maybe a yard. I mean, listen, Michigan, they need a score here just to have any sort of a semblance of life left in this game with the way things have been going. But there's still an entire quarter left. There's 52 seconds here left in the third quarter. Michigan driving. 2nd down and 9. Patterson back to pass. Throws it complete all the way down to about the 15. He's going to be about 2 or 3 yards short of the first down there. So it's going to be 3rd and 2 from the 15. Third and 2. Patterson throws a screen pass out to the right. Complete. He's still on his feet. The second effort. Great second effort there to get the first down by the Michigan receiver there. I thought he was going to be taken down short, but he stayed up somehow. So that's the end of the third quarter, folks. And this game is, oddly, even though it's sort of a blowout, is very exciting. Just when you think Michigan's, getting their brains bashed in and they have no shot, they drive down the field with an impressive drive. They haven't given up on the game, which I like. I respect that. There's still an entire quarter left, so we'll see what happens. The only problem is, even if Michigan scores here, their defense has not shown that they can stop anything. So we'll see. Anyway, that's the end of the third quarter. All right. The ACC is being exposed big time today. I wonder if that kind of shot the Boom Chickens will have against Clemson. Come on, sir. The ACC is being exposed because you're talking about 3 terrible ACC teams. No. Did anybody think that Florida State had a chance against Florida? No. Does anybody think that Georgia Tech had a legitimate shot against Georgia? No. Does anybody think that the second worst team in all of America in Louisville this year has a shot against a decent Kentucky team? No. But because Louisville is terrible, Florida State's terrible, and Georgia Tech are all dumpster juice, South Carolina has a shot against Clemson? Man, come on with that. South Carolina's not good, and Clemson's at least the second best team in America. Hold on. Be right back. I need a beer. Yeah, I'm not going to get into the conference discussion. I spent too much time on that already in my recent streams. Go back and watch them. Yeah, the ACC is having a down year this year. Everybody knows that. That's no surprise to anybody. Yeah, I don't think Carolina has a shot. Sorry. I mean, I guess anything can happen. I mean, I guess if the entire Clemson defensive line comes down with the chicken pox before the game, that might be the only way that Carolina has a shot. Outside of that, not a shot. Ohio State jumping to 5. I'll have to go through. I'll have to see how the rest of the games play out today before I make my list. I'll do that next. I'll do that on Monday. Mark Dudley, man. Of course you can show your face on YouTube, sir. You're always welcome here. All right, 1st and 10. And Ohio State's going to stuff the run, taken down right at the line of scrimmage again. Yes. I agree, go 13-30. I agree with that completely. We'll see how the bowl season works out. That's usually a pretty good gauge of conference dominance or how they stack up against one another. 2nd and 10 from the 12-yard line. Patterson back to pass, throws it into the end zone, and it's going to be caught for a touchdown. Michigan. Wait, they're saying no catch. Come on, man. I got to see a replay of that. It looked like a catch to me. That's a catch. How is that not a touchdown? I mean, come on. You got to be kidding me. That's a touchdown. I'm sorry. That's a touchdown 7 days a week. Twice on Saturday. Look, they had to watch it 5 times to say, oh, there's the bobble. And there was no bobble. Listen, if you catch it and you have control of it, it's a touchdown. It doesn't matter if you bobble it 5 seconds later. Once the touchdown's over, the touchdown's over. It's a touchdown. Oh, you got to be shitting me. I mean, I don't even care. But, I mean, a touchdown's a touchdown, man. Sorry. That's a catch. If they call this incomplete, then I give up on officiating. Period. I mean, I don't know what a catch is. JV Titans says no one team wants to play Ohio State in the playoffs. Well, Clemson does because Clemson owns Ohio State, sir. We're undefeated against Ohio State, 3-0. And the last time we faced you, we blew the doors off you 31-0. So, yeah, I would love to play Ohio State in the playoffs. All right, so they gave it to him. Good. That's the right call. I finally have some faith. They're going for 2 here, folks. Oh, he's going to be short. So that's the second 2-point conversion that Michigan has failed to get today. So 25-41. What is that? Let me do my troll math here. That's 16 points, right? So it's still a 2-score game, technically. But let's see if Michigan's defense can actually stop Ohio State's offense. It's a big if. This just isn't Michigan's day. Yeah, well, it hasn't been Michigan's day against Ohio State a lot. Well, every year that Harbaugh's been there anyway. So. All right. If Ohio State was playing Alabama today, Alabama would blow the doors off of Ohio State. I don't know. Kind of hard to say. I mean, Ohio State looks pretty impressive today. You got to give it to them. Even though Michigan beat Michigan State and Penn State, this is still a bad season. Well, I can understand where you're coming from if you're a Michigan fan. I mean, the one thing that Harbaugh needs to do is beat Ohio State. I mean, that's the number one objective for him right now, and doesn't look like he's going to do it. I don't know if you saw this. Is what I wanted to say. I wanted to say hello. Just recently found your channel. I'm glad that I did. I'm a diehard Clemson Tigers fan. I'm also a part of the C3 Carolina Panthers podcast. That's awesome, man. So I'm a huge. Obviously, you already know if you've been watching my channel for any extended period of time, that I'm a huge Panthers fan and obviously Clemson fan as well. So thank you for the kind words. And where can I see your or hear your podcast? Is it on YouTube? If it is, I'll click on your when this game's over. I'll click on your name there and check it out. Go ahead and type it in there. Let everybody know. For anybody else who wants to hear your podcast, let everybody know where they can find you at, man. YouTube or iTunes or wherever it is. Give you a free plug, no problem. Okay, on YouTube. Great. All right, yeah, I'll check it out, man. C3 Carolina Panthers podcast. I'll check it out. Oh, big play by the Buckeyes. Across the 50, 40, 30. It's going to be a touchdown. That's game over, folks. I'm sorry. What is that, an 80-yard play? Michigan's defense, man. I thought they were supposed to have the best defense in America. They're just getting rolled. I wish I had. I need a statistician. Does anybody want to volunteer to be my statistician? Yeah, I need one when I'm doing these games because I'm always interested in the stats. I'm always asking, like, how many yards rushing does Ohio State have today? It's got to be a shit ton. I mean, how many yards passing? How many yards total offense do they have? These are all things I want to know right now. Okay, I see some people are volunteering here to be statistician. Yeah. I was halfway kidding, but it's not a bad idea. I think since we're getting towards the end of this season, but next season I want to have a couple of other people involved. Doing this thing by yourself. I mean, you look at other channels out there like the Sports Fury is a big one. They've got a huge following. They do a lot of NFL and NBA primetime games, but there's two of them there. It's one thing to be able to have a conversation with somebody and hold an audience for 4 hours or however long the game goes on for. It's a whole other thing to sit there by yourself and do it. But anyway, I do want to get some other people involved in some capacity next season. Now, there'll be a lot of changes made to the channel, as there was a lot of changes made from last year to this year. I mean, big changes, and there will be also next year, trying to keep things fresh and make things better for everybody, for the viewer every year. But a lot of that comes down to money too, so that's always a factor. But anyway, that's not your problem. That's mine. Yeah, the Michigan defense just terrible. I mean, terrible today. Yeah, I've got to agree that that's definitely a sort of an embarrassing showing. I'll agree, and I think most people thought that this was Michigan's year to finally win, just based on the way they played this year and based on the struggles that Ohio State's had on and off the field. But there would have been no shame in Michigan coming in this game and losing a close game, by 3 or 7 points or something like that on the road at Ohio State against their biggest rival. And Ohio State's still a very good team, and they're 10-1. But to get blown out like this is embarrassing for them. Donnie Shepard asks, am I going to stream the Clemson game? I don't think so. I don't. No, I don't think I'm going to. Not this week. I'm going to sit back with Mrs. Peete and just relax and watch the game. It's hard for me to do Clemson games, even though I think we're going to beat the ever-living hell out of them. It's hard for me to do Clemson games. But I might, I don't know. Provided that Clemson gets into a playoff situation, I think I'm going to stream all the playoff games. So that'll be one that I stream for Clemson. Would be a playoff game, which could go very good or very bad for me. I mean, losing a playoff game would be devastating as a fan. But I feel like I need to stream every playoff game if I'm going to consider myself to be a college football streamer, right? Pretty important game. All right, yeah, I'll change the score here, even though it doesn't matter anymore. See people saying that. First and 10, Michigan from the 14. You know who I can't wait to hear on Monday or Tuesday or whenever it is that Colin Cowherd has on Joel Klatt. I think he usually has him on Tuesdays. Yeah, no, Wednesday. It's always the day after the new rankings come out with the playoff committee. I mean, he's been talk about all over Michigan. He thinks that Michigan, I think, is the best team in the country. So we'll see what he has to say about that today or the next week. 2nd and 4. It's gonna be a first down, Michigan. So Joel Klatt, I'm going to go ahead and give you a prediction. Joel Klatt will jump way off the Michigan bandwagon now because they're going to be out of the playoff situation with 2 losses and no Big Ten championship or any of that. So they'll be out of it. He'll jump right back on the Oklahoma bandwagon because they beat West Virginia and they still have an outside shot of getting in. So he'll jump. He jumps back and forth from Michigan to Oklahoma. Those are his two teams he likes to talk up. Joel Klatt is announcing the game. Oh, I can't even hear it. Look at these. I'm talking to you. But Joel Klatt won't give his real feelings as he's doing a play-by-play call. He won't give his real opinion on it until next week when he's on a radio show. He loves the Big Ten and he loves the Big 12. He really loves the Pac-12, but he can't defend the Pac-12 is so awful that he can't make a case for any of those teams. So, yeah. He'll be an Oklahoma guy for the rest of the way. 2nd and 10. Hignan's going to take it across the 40, across the 50, out of bounds, right around the 49-yard line. Big run there by Michigan. I mean, Michigan, they're in a position right now. They've got to score every time they get the ball just to stay in the game. And the clock is their enemy right now. And again, I don't know how much it matters if they score every time they get the ball at this point because they can't stop Ohio State when Ohio State's got the ball. So, yeah, Klatt hates the SEC. He hates the South. He hates any of the eight. Well, he hates the ACC too, but he's particularly the ones in the Southeast. Yeah. 1st and 10. Patterson, complete over the middle, 1st down and more, and Patterson took a shot as soon as he threw that ball. Yeah, for anybody who doesn't know, Joel Klatt, he's a genius. Did you guys not know this? This guy, he invented an algorithm that picks the best teams in football. He's a genius. He's basically the Albert Einstein of college football. I'm sure he's got a patent on it. He should be selling it to Microsoft and Apple and all these other computer companies for billions of dollars. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, he's got the best algorithm for picking the best team in the country that's ever been known to man. So, yeah, he's a genius. The Klatt algorithm is what it's called. Yep. That's amazing. And it's going to be holding against Michigan, of course. What's up, Facts? No cap. Of course, Oklahoma will move up. Yeah, of course they will. Everybody that's behind Michigan that won will move up. 1st and 16. Incomplete, but a flag on the play. I think that's going to be against Michigan. Hell, I think like somebody's calling my name. Yep, kids are home. Notre Dame Nation, good afternoon. He says hi and bye. That was a short stay, but hello and goodbye. He says hi again. Now you're just confusing me. Bobby Durkins Jr. Bobby Durkins here. May there, Bobby Durkins Jr. I was hoping Michigan would lose, but I had doubts. Well, no reason to doubt it anymore, sir. It looks like they're going to lose. So, yeah. 1st and 10, Michigan from the 30. Patterson back to pass. Throws it all the way down to the 10-yard line. Did that hit the ground? I think he got it. 1st and 10. Or 1st and goal. Let's see. Ooh, that ball hit the ground. Let's see what they call it. Hell, they call it a catch. So they're going to look at it now. I don't know. I don't. Official review, I don't know if that was a catch. Yeah. I don't know about that. The reason that Klatt loves the Big Ten, he grew up in Big Ten Pac-12 country. He's from Colorado. I think that has more to do with it than anything. But Cody Lackney says that Shea Patterson was always really overrated. I don't know if you can call him overrated. I think that it's mind-boggling that a coach of Jim Harbaugh's stature and the fact that he was a quarterback at Michigan and the fact that he was a quarterback in the NFL can't recruit an elite quarterback. I mean, obviously he did not recruit Shea Patterson. Shea Patterson was a transfer from Ole Miss. I just don't understand why he cannot recruit an elite quarterback like a Tua or a Trevor Lawrence or a Drew Lock or a Will Grier or a Justin Fields, Baker May. I mean, the list goes on and on. It's mind-boggling to me why he can't get a quarterback when he's a quarterback. Shea Patterson's the best quarterback he's had since he's been there. But that's not saying a whole lot because most of the quarterbacks that have been there since Harbaugh's been in Michigan have been awful. So, Kyler Murray, there you go, him too. There's a bunch of them. Yeah, so they're going to call that back, say it wasn't a catch. Harbaugh took too many shots to the head in his playing days. You know what? I think that you're joking when you say that, but I actually think there's something to that because he's odd. He's an odd guy, and when he's in these press conferences or in interviews, like I don't know, there's something that he's not all there in the head. I think unless he's putting that on and just screw him at the media, like there's something going on there. So he might have taken too many shots to the head. He's always been odd. Yeah. Even if you look back at his interviews as a player at Michigan, he's always been a little bit weird. I'll give you that. I don't know. I don't even know what you call it. Odd is not the right word. There's something off. Off is the right word. Third and 10 from the 30. There's still 10 minutes and 40 seconds left in this game here. Patterson back to pass. Complete over the middle for a first down. So that'll move the change and extend this drive. See you later, Donnie Shepard. Thanks for stopping in, man. How bad do I think that Clemson will beat South Carolina? Well, my official prediction was 40-10. So, and I think I'm being nice when I say that. I think if South Carolina can score 10, 14, 17 points, that would be impressive for South Carolina to do that. So I'd say 40-10. There you go. Who's hurt? Is that an offensive lineman? Flag on the play. Personal foul, face mask against Ohio State. Yeah. So is Patterson hurt? Uh-oh. He's still down. Not that it matters. I mean, I'm not that I'm not making light of the situation he's hurt, but I'm just saying not that it matters as far as the game goes. Cody's still holding out hope. He says he doesn't think the game's over yet. I mean, technically it's not over. There's still 10 minutes left in the game. I mean, I've seen bigger comebacks, but I don't know. That's a big if, sir. It's hurt week, Pete. Hope Clemson players can stay okay. Hey, listen, don't hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. You ever heard of that, Marco Polo? Don't even talk about that. Don't speak it into existence. I hope it's over. Bobby Durkins Jr. does not like Michigan, apparently. I'm reading it, sir. Only one of the USCs is going to win tonight, though, sir. So you know it and I know it. Actually, I think both the USCs will lose. Honestly, I think Georgia's going to beat the brakes off of Southern Cal. And, I mean, don't even start with the other USC, please. $59-7, Wake over Duke. Man. What's your hate for Michigan stem from? There's always got to be a good reason. I mean, technically, in Vegas, this is an upset, right? Because Michigan was favored to win this game. If I had to think, other than this game, in the rivalry games, what would be the most likely upset? I would have to say USC over Notre Dame would be the most likely, although I don't think it's very likely at all. Still the most likely. The rest of them are all lopsided. Touchdown, Michigan. No signal. They're going to say short. Let's see here. Yeah, that was close, but I think he was short. So it's going to be 2nd and goal from the 1 foot line there. And what's going on here with the timing out? Glow, you got to chill out with that, man. You're allowed to cuss. Just I'm sorry, Richard. You got to use better judgment, Glow. I mean, just anything that's extremely offensive, homophobic, or racist. That's pretty much it. Everything else is fine. All right. 2nd and goal from the 1. Oh, Joe Klatt just said there's still life. Touchdown, Michigan. It's all good, Glow. Just take it easy, bud. All right. I'm not mad at you or anything. Who did I think would win before the game? I picked Michigan to win by 4. I picked Michigan to win 32-28. That was my official prediction, so clearly I was wrong. Which won't be the first or last time that I'm wrong. But anyways, 32-48 at the moment. Let's be honest here. Ohio State has dominated the entire game. Michigan, they got at least one lucky touchdown, that turnover at the very end of the first half. But, yeah, I mean, this game has been lopsided since the beginning. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Am I on? Yeah, I guess you guys are saying I'm back and on. I don't know what happened. I didn't do it. I didn't touch anything. I'm actually surprised that we got this far into the game without it doing that. What do you mean? What did you say? Huh? All right. It's saying I'm online. I don't know. Apologize for the technical difficulties there, guys. Kevin Blackman. Good afternoon, sir. Says, has Peete given us a score prediction for tonight? Yes, 40-10. That's my prediction. 40-10 Clemson, and I think that that's actually being fair to the Boom Chickens. Because I think it could be even worse than that. But I think 40-10 is fair. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, we're crying about LSU being 7. They're going to kill themselves over LSU being 6 or 5. Don't blame us. Blame who we play. I mean, the reason that people are crying about LSU being number 7 is because they have 2 losses and they're ahead of a bunch of 1-loss teams. That's the only reason why. So, I mean, I get it. They played a really tough schedule. LSU has played a tough schedule, and they beat some pretty good teams. But at some point, losses have to matter. You know. DJ Ugalele. Sounds like he's a Hawaiian. So that's almost like Tua Tagovailoa. He's going to be in Death Valley tonight to see us throttle the Coots. Hey, where's he from? Is he from Hawaii? Or I think he's from California, right? If I'm not mistaken. California, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. Yep. And he's a strong commit. I think that I mean, anything can happen, but I think that he's pretty much committed to Clemson. Which he would be a red shirt for 1 year probably, right? Because that would be Lawrence's 3rd year. So he'd sit behind Lawrence for 1 year, and then take that. That means it'd be perfect timing, perfect if he does commit. My sweatshirt hurts your eyes. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen pictures of that kid. 6'5", 240. I mean, the guy's a monster. All right. 1st and 10 from the 12. And Ohio State runs it inside the 5. So it's going to be 2nd and 2 from inside the 5. We're about to get another touchdown here. One more score, and I'm turning this game off, folks. It's just it's not exciting anymore. At least the game last night was exciting, even though it was a million points to a 1,000,001 to 1,000,000. Oh, he's going to be taken down. He got a first down, though. He's going to be down at the 1-yard line. Yeah, what Clemson's doing in recruiting is unbelievable right now. Oh, it's been unbelievable for a while now. But a lot of people are butthurt. They're going to continue to be butthurt because Clemson's just they're not going anywhere anytime soon. Touchdown, Ohio State. Yeah, so that'll be the end of that game for me. What game is the Iron Bowl on? CBS, gotcha. Yeah, that game's over. Sorry, Mark Dudley. Sorry for your loss, sir. I mean, even though I don't care, that Michigan lost, I still feel bad for you. Yeah. No, I'm not doing this game, too. I'm going to get off here in a second. North Carolina State tied at 28. I mean, what is going on? North Carolina State just fell off. You know what? That's a good question, Kevin. Because I'm not going to stream the game because I want to watch it and not have to worry about doing the stream. But I might get on 30 minutes before for a quick pregame thing. I don't know. What's up, Taiwa 14? It says go Bucks. Yeah, the Ohio State fans are about to come out of the woodwork, aren't they? And I mean, listen, they have every right to. They just absolutely blew Michigan's doors off. So. Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and call it a stream here. I wish that the game would have been closer. We could come down to the wire like we did last night, but it's been close to 4 hours live here. So thank you everybody who stopped in. If you're new here, hit the like and subscribe button. Even if you're not new here, go ahead and hit the like button. I mean, I don't know why you're not. But yeah, thank you to everybody, especially Mark Dudley and SEC Football Tube with the super chats. Big shout out to both Billy Dawson and Tiger Nation for signing up for the Patreon page. If anybody else wants to support the show, you can go to the Patreon page, sign up for that. It takes you 5 minutes. Tell your wives about it. Tell your girlfriends about it. Tell your sisters, husbands, cousins about it. Shout it out from a mountaintop. Tattoo it on your forehead if you have to. But if you tattoo it on your forehead, make sure you tattoo it backwards so that when you look in the mirror, it reads correctly. Congratulations, Ohio State. All the other people that won their rivalry games today. Looking forward to watching this Alabama-Auburn game. And, of course, go Tigers tonight. I might come on and do a pregame show for about 30 minutes before the game. I don't know. I can't commit to that, but just keep an eye out for your notifications. I guess that's it. Thank you, everybody. Thanks to my moderators, too. Yeah. Yeah, man. Been awesome. Been real. Been fun. Been real fun. Have a great day. Pigskin Pete. Checking out.